Hey, what's up, guys? My guest for this episode is my good friend, Stephen Kanady. I've known Stephen for a good while. We played some high school baseball together, so we'll talk about that. Stephen, just recent newlywed. His son just turned 6 months, so, he's living the American dream. He's a proud American, really cool guy. I've been trying to get him on. We've been trying to get together and record for quite a while. So this was nice to finally get it done. And it was a nice conversation. Had a lot of fun with Steven. He's a good guy. Fucking proud of who he's become. Glad to consider him a friend. Really good dude. Man, there's so much to say, but we'll just jump right in. Welcome to the Cool Kids Table Podcast. My guest today is Stephen Kanady. Stephen, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, brother. I'm good, man. Good to see you finally.
Salud. Cheers, buddy. We're drinking
bro.
some
Cheers.
Tecates. Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Congratulations on the marriage and on your son.
Thank you. I
That's a
appreciate
badass name.
You know, it's funny, bro, because I was thinking of names, and I was thinking of like I wanted a baseball name. You know, I'm like Maddox. Why? Greg Maddox.
Yeah.
One of the greatest pitchers of all time. She's like, fuck no. I'm like, Nolan Ryan. Fuck no, right? She said, where the fuck are you coming up with these names? I'm like, it's like baseball, you know? So, yeah, dude, and then, I wanted Derek, right? That was, off the bat was Derek. That shit got shut down real quick.
For those of you that don't know, Steven's a big Yankee fan, big time. Probably you, George, a few others, Roy.
Yeah.
I know that are like big time, big Mike, only Mike too. But I mean, like, I would even say Patty. Patty's a big time Yankee fan. I might miss a few here and there, but like, because there's a lot of bandwagon fans.
Yeah.
When they come to LA, when they play the Angels, you see all these hats come out of nowhere, and I'm like, are you really a fan? And then there's you guys, you know, fucking Big George. Even when they didn't make the playoffs,
he's got it tatted on him. You know
yeah.
But that motherfucker has everything tatted on him. I love you, George.
Love you too, George.
Still fat.
No, but Derek, that's a solid name, just in general.
It got shut down, though. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was like, Derek, because they, you know, my wife, like, you know, she was just like, I fucking never heard, like, anybody with the name Derek. You know, she's not a big sports person or anything. She's starting to get into it now, which is cool.
That's cool.
And it's like, she's not like one of those, I'm going to go like, oh, you like the Yankees, but like everybody around us is Dodger fans. So I'm going to be a Dodger fan. No, she's fucking got a Yankee jersey. You know what I mean? She knows what,
Yeah.
So, hey, you know, I was just going through names, bro. And I was talking to her cousin, and we were throwing out names, and Easton came up. And I'm like, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong, you know what I mean? And I was surprised that she liked it. She was like, yeah. So that's everybody was like, Easton. And so people would be like, oh, what's his name? Well, Easton. They're like the baseball bat? I'm like, I mean, if you want to say it like that.
Like that, yeah.
I mean,
that's not what you meant.
But they fucking make other shit.
Yeah.
You know? But I'm like, no, like my son, you know? Like,
yeah.
But yeah, so there's that. You know, but of course, you know, when I'm sure you went through the same thing, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So you start throwing out names from left to right, bro. You start thinking about, I don't know about you, but I started thinking about shit like, how are they going to make fun of this name?
Exactly.
Kids are fucking assholes.
Yeah, kids are assholes.
Kids are fucking assholes.
For me, right, there was a few names in my head, and then I was just, you know, Googling, like, you know, like fucking meanings behind names, because some of them, like, you say, oh, this is what this means, and then you Google it, like, no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
That's not your name.
Yeah.
And then so...
your name means pig fucker.
And so I ran into Abigail, which is Hebrew. And so I was just like, I've always liked that name. Rarely. I've heard it like Abigail. You know, everybody says Abigail. I'm like, that's not her name, Abigail, which means my father's delight. Oh, so when I was like, I was in love with my daughter before she was born.
Right.
So I was like, this is my joy, my happiness.
Right.
I know delight isn't a word we use today, but it means, you know, that that happiness that
well, it's like that saying afternoon delight.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean, it's something that brings you joy, and I know what you mean too, bro. Like there's like I could be at work busting ass, bro, digging fucking trenches and shit, dude, and then like my son pops into my head, and I'm just like, fuck, like. I just picture a fucking smile and shit, dude. You know what I mean? And
especially
like,
at that age, like they're just like, hears your voice when you come home, and I'm sure he just smiles, like
And even my wife, everybody's like, dude, he's so attached to me. Like, you know, they're like, fuck, why is he only like you? I'm his dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, man, I know what you mean. Like, I try not to have bad days, right? Like you have a bad moment, you're like, dude, don't let it get to you. Like, you're better than that. And then some days are shitty. You know, we're human. We all have shitty days.
That's true, man.
So I'll go on my phone, and I have like literally thousands of pictures of her. I mean, she's about to be 4. Like I have tens of thousands of pictures of her, and I'll just be browsing through them. You know, I have them like categorized, like her first year, her second year, when she got a haircut. You know, so I'll just and dude, I can remember taking that picture. You feel me? Like I go back to that moment, like like when she was sleeping and like she just reached out and grabbed my hand, and I was like, holy shit, like she's sleeping. I'm like, it could have been anybody, right? It could have been her fucking grandparents, somebody, but she grabbed my hand.
Yeah.
And so I just took a picture, and like I remember that feeling, just like in her little mind right now, she's safe because she's right here with daddy. Like,
right, bro.
And so it takes you back to that moment, and like you said, I'm like, the fuck, like, you know, I was telling you about like work stories. We're talking work stories. Like, I'll be having a bad day at work, and I'm like, dude, don't let it get to you. Like, 2 hours, I'm gonna go see her. I'm cool. Like that's my motivation.
It kind of makes those 2 hours more doable.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like there's an end game to it.
Yeah, the sooner I finish here,
2 hours out,
and I'm gonna go fucking have dinner with her. And to me, at least, it makes it that much easier. You know.
Yeah. And
I feel like she feels the same way now that she's getting older, because you know I still consider her a baby, but now she tells me like I'm not a little girl no more. No, last month she came up to me and it hurt me, dude. It hurt me. I came to pick her up to go watch Toy Story. And as I was picking her up, the first thing she told me was, I'm not your baby anymore. Yeah, your face. I went like, in my mind, I went, what the fuck?
Who the fuck's telling you?
No. And so I was like, I can't say these things, right? So I was like, okay, mommy, like, why aren't you my baby anymore? She goes, because I'm not a baby. I'm a little girl. And I was like, oh, okay, mama. Like, you're daddy's little girl, though. She goes, oh, yeah, I'm daddy's little girl. Yeah. But I'm not your baby. And I was just like, oh, cool. Like, you know, sigh of relief. Yeah. Like, oh, okay.
At least you still got some, you know what I mean?
And you see these things, you know, like, I talked to almost everybody that's been on the podcast as kids, you know. So as soon as we shut down, like, for like, some of the best conversations I've had, I feel sorry for the listener, because some of the best conversations I've had have been before or after we record. Yeah. Or sometimes both. You know, and I get to hear them. That person, like, they'll tell me, dude, we should have talked about this on the podcast. I'm like, it didn't come up.
Hindsight is always 20/20.
And it's just, to me, everybody talks about their kids. Like, you know, like, hey, man, like, you know, I'm proud of them. They're proud of me. I'm like, dude, wait for it. I'm going to give you guys something to be proud of. And I'm like, I'm really proud of you guys. Everything you're doing as parents, like, I don't consider it like a rivalry or anything like that. Like what me and Ozzy talked about, like when I see a good parent, I'm like, hell yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Like he said, I'll send messages to, hey man, you're fucking killing it. Ever since he told me that, I've been doing that more. Like, hey dude,
you know Richard Dogani?
I don't.
He's got a brother. His name is Steven. Richard is I believe a year older than me or something. Anyways, the relationship this dude has with his daughter, bro, is fucking dope, dog. Like that's truly his best friend. Like they like, you know what I mean? And he like it's always like on Front Street, bro. Like, and I'll message him all the time, like, dude, that's the shit. Before I had my son, I would tell him, like, bro, I can't wait to have a fucking kid. Like, you know what I mean? Do the shit you do with your daughter, bro. Like, your daughter is complete. Like, she's in complete like how do I say it? Like she can be herself. Like she'll sing and dance.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? And
that's beautiful.
Most
shout
kids,
out to him.
You know what I mean? And yeah, and I tell him, bro, like, dude, that's so dope that she could be herself like that, and that you encourage that, so that it's not like she's not shy. Like, oh no, like she's like, Dad, watch this. You know what I mean? Like, so I think that's cool, bro. When I see like, especially guys that I know, people I know that are like being parents like that, dude, it's dope, dog. When I would see before, you know, homies we grew up with and shit, dog, like they got kids and they got, you know, they're out running amok, you know, and they're not there for their kid, dog. And I'm like, not to hate on anybody, you do you, bro. But you're, you know, if you're okay with missing out on that kid, bro, like you're a piece of shit, bro. Like I don't know, dude. I just experiencing what I've experienced just in these last 5.5 months, dude. Like I would never, I couldn't imagine, like not waking up in the same house as my kid, or you know what I mean, like willingly though. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go run amok.
Yeah,
and
I know what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like yeah, dude. I don't know. It just like that one dude on Instagram. It's beyond me, dog. You know what I mean? Like I just don't get it. But to each their own, I guess, right?
I get what you're saying. Me and my daughter, we have talent shows at the crib. She has like a piano, she has a guitar and all that. So she does ballet. So now she does Zumba. So like she like starts doing her Zumba moves or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like, as long as she's not twerking, I'm like, all right, you're dancing. You're dancing. Because then she'll like, I don't know what song that is. I don't know. I know the beat.
Know it, bro.
I know it's that fool J Balvin. I don't know who the fuck that is, but yeah, I don't know this fucking music. But my mom knew what song it was just by the beat. My daughter was singing the beat, like, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, you know that? She's like, that she's singing the beat, like that's the tune. And so she puts it for her, and she'll start like doing her dance. We do like coloring contests.
That's cool. Bro.
We do like Legos. Like we do like, obviously mines are better, right? Like I'm fucking making like unicorns and whatever. And she's like, I made her cry the other day. Not inadvertently, I guess. Yeah. She was like making a unicorn and then I make a unicorn. She made a monkey and I made a monkey. She made a giraffe and I made a giraffe. So she just jokingly said, which one do you like better? And I was like, well, duh, mine. And she like, I forget that she's fragile little flower.
Down on her.
And she didn't say anything. Her eyes just like, and she cried like she hasn't cried in a few years around me, like just bawling. And she goes, "Oh, you don't love it. You don't love it." I was like, "Oh, baby, like I'm just kidding. Yours is way better." She goes, "No, no, no." Like she wasn't. I couldn't console her. Yeah. And then I was like, "Why don't we do it together?" And that's how I want her back. Like I was like, and then nobody was around. This happened when me and her were just playing. So I talked to my mom about it. And she's like, "You got to remember, like you're her hero. You're her everything. Like she was trying to impress you."
Right.
And to me, it was just like, dude, we were playing together. She always tells me, like, because she'll draw and, like, she knows how to color and do everything. And then she'll be like, mine's better. And I'll be like, all right, cool. All right, two can play that game, But I just mean it like, I wasn't trying to be a dick. Like, why would I do that to her? Yet, and then I guess she put so much effort into her little, I think it was a monkey. And it was just a bunch of brown ones, like fucking with the little smiley face, like with the green smiley face. And then mine was like a little fucking thing with the tail. Like it looked like a monkey. So I was like, mine's better. And oh man. And that's one of those things where I was just like, okay, I got to tone it back even because it was a joke, dude. Like my mom was like, you can't do that to your daughter. I was like, Mom, like it wasn't on purpose. Like it was like not even a joke. I was just like, dude. And she's like, you remember, like, she has an impressionable mind. Like you gotta mold it and guide her like the right way. And like, I'm like, but I can't tell her hers was good. Like I'm not gonna be one of those. Oh, there's one thing I want to talk to you about. I'm not gonna be one of those participation trophy. Like you did a good.
Right.
Obviously, right now that she's fucking 3, I could be like some leeway. But as she gets older, be like, baby, you gotta step it up. You gotta be better.
Right.
Because in my opinion, and I think you'll agree, and I think a lot of people will disagree, like that's not right. You're gonna fucking teach them the wrong habits.
Right.
That
you're gonna give them
showing
the wrong
up will be enough.
Yes, bro. And you know what I mean. And that's I don't know, bro. Like all growing up and shit like that. Yeah, everybody got trophies. Like Little League and shit. But like they made sure that you knew who fucking was the champion, who went to fucking All Stars. You got another trophy.
You got a scoreboard.
A bigger trophy. You know what I mean?
You like keep score. They're not out there to have fun. I keep saying it. I guess maybe I could. The one thing I could say where I'm like, all right, that makes sense. Maybe up to a certain age. Maybe up to 5. Let them learn the game.
Yeah.
Teach them that it's fun.
Yeah.
And then, okay, hey, now we're going to keep score, guys. But all this, like, they're in fucking junior high and, we're just out here having fun. Winning is fun.
And it's like, the sad part about it, bro, like, to me, is like, these are fucking people that are our age that we grew up the same fucking way, and it's their kids that are fucking, that they're sheltering so much. I'm like, well, I don't fucking understand it. Like, we didn't grow up like that. Where did it change? Where did it change to where it's like, now you want you want like your kid to get. I don't know how to explain it, bro. Like, but it's like you didn't get it like that growing up. Why do you want your kid to get it like that? You know, were you hurt so bad, like as a kid, because you didn't get a fucking trophy? Like, no, you fucking sucked. And in life, if you suck, you don't get shit. You know what I mean? Like it's a harsh reality, bro. You know what I mean?
In class, if you don't do good, you get a B or a C or a D or you fail.
Yeah.
They don't say, "Oh, well, thanks for coming." Like you fucking get an A. And fucking,
that's a better way to put it, right? Bro. I was kind of like dancing around it, but that's a better way to put it.
It's like you don't get an award for showing up.
Right.
Okay, I mean, in school you do, right? Like perfect attendance and shit like that. But you don't get like fucking, what is it called? A valedictorian just for showing up. Like, okay, congrats, you showed up on time and you were here every day. That is
what you were supposed to do.
But you gotta fucking take the test and do all that other shit.
Swimming, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And I think it's complex. I wouldn't even know where to start. But I just think some of it is some of these kids probably had a bad. They were probably the kid that didn't get picked. You know, the last pick, but. I was always to this day. I haven't played basketball in years. I will be the last person picked. Why? Because I fucking suck. I fucking suck, dude. I don't care. Like I love watching it. I don't love playing it. I'd rather play fucking soccer before I play fucking basketball. But I'll still go out with the homies and shoot the shit, right? But come baseball, like, oh fuck, like you're taking this guy, one of the early picks. Yeah. Why is he that good? Yeah. Why? You feel me? Yep. Like I do. You can't get an award at everything. And I feel like, okay, this kid sucks at fucking baseball. Put him in soccer. Put him in wrestling. Put him in karate. Let's see what he does good.
Right.
Not just fucking give out fucking participation trophies. Because then you're showing them... You're doing... I think it's more detrimental than beneficial. You're just fucking hurting him or her in the long run. Because welcome to the real world. Now you're 18 and you have no fucking work ethic. Skills. No fucking, like...
Your whole life, you were allowed to fucking show up and do the bare fucking minimum and get rewarded for it.
Which is absurd.
Right. But that's kind of like where our fucking country's going, bro.
And I think, just my opinion, my stupid, humble opinion, I think it's going to hit like a breaking point like that. And that's why Trump's president, you know, because fuck, like we were talking before, like I'm like, dude, I mean, you guys don't know the conversation we were having before, so I don't support Trump in any way, shape, or form. But I'm like, dude, this is why these people win. These people are tired of these fucking participation trophy fucking people running shit. They're like, dude, nah, we need something to break that. And that's when you get fucking somebody coming in from the other side and being like, nah, you gotta put in the work and do it. And even though we don't agree on a lot of things, there's certain things where you're like, dude, people are fed up with this type of shit. Yeah. I'm a fucking liberal, progressive, whatever you want to call that shit, and I'm tired of this fucking shit. Like, dude, nah. There's one winner.
Yeah.
There's one winner. You don't have fucking... There's a winner and a loser, and losing sucks. Winning is awesome.
Yeah.
And so that's why you go out and work.
You know what I mean? It's like they're saying, bro, you got to lose it like to benefit from winning. You know what I mean? Like to understand how good it is, you know? And a lot of people they completely disagree with that because they think that, you know, it's too harsh, you know, or nowadays, like, oh, these kids are too young to experience, you know, like losing like that, or you know, and it's like, come on, man, you can't really like fucking put that on them.
I could even agree to that.
They're too young now, like 3, 4, 5 years old, like. You don't fucking tell a kid you suck. I don't think at any age, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you fucking 11, 12, even like literally, you don't tell them you fucking suck. Like, those, like, at that age, like, saying some shit like that does fuck a kid up. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. Like,
self-esteem.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But it's like, you fucked up. Let me tell you how you fucked up. Now let me tell you how to fix it. You know what I mean? That's where a lot of people, you know, they think that it's wrong. But think about it, bro. Like, well, we played baseball together in high school. If I thought my grades were fucked up, I didn't get to play, but I showed up to every practice. I showed up to every game. I didn't get to play. If the world was the way that some people want it, I would have fucking started every game over seniors. You know what I mean? My freshman year, I would have fucking batted. You know what I mean? I would have had everything handed to me, dog. But it doesn't fucking work that way. You gotta put in. You know what I mean, to get out. Yeah. That's it. To me, that's what it is, dog. Like, you have to. In life, you have to, dog. I gotta work to pay my fucking bills. I can't just sit at home. I mean, some people do just sit at home and fucking get sponsored by the government.
You know? We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But I would even, if you made the argument saying like, okay, let's say, I don't know, fucking arbitrary number, let's say 7. Before 7, we don't keep score, we just teach them the fundamental. Let's teach every kid how to kick the ball the right way. Let's show them how to throw a football. Fuck it. Every kid nationwide, 7 years old, before that, we don't keep score. There's some schools that are going to be like, fuck that, we're keeping score at 3.
Yeah.
And then those kids, by the time they're 7, they're going to be fucking animals out there. Because they're already...
You build an aggression.
They're going to be winners.
Yeah.
Because when they go out there to play, they're going to play to win.
Yeah.
And then these kids that once they go, they're like, oh, fuck, those kids are good. I want to play against them. They're too good. Yeah. Why? Because they know that they've probably lost a few games. And now they're like, I don't like losing. That's one of the best quotes. So many people tell me this. Like, you got to hate losing more than you love winning. And I didn't understand that till like, not senior year, but like high school baseball, where I was like, losing sucks more than winning's fun.
Dude, I used to hate like coming back from a fucking road game and like looking around on the bus, you know what I mean? And it was like, I'm not gonna call anybody out, but like seeing dudes like literally in fucking tears because we lost the game.
A regular season game,
bro. That would fucking piss me off, dog. Because all through life, I mean, like you're taught like shake that shit off. It's over with. Nothing you can do about it now. Why are you gonna sit there and cry about it? Man the fuck up. Get over it. You know what I mean? You have to, dog. You got to get over that shit. Even when I coached Little League, bro. When I coached, I never, like, kids fuck up all the time, bro. But you know what? That never stops. As adults, we fuck up, too.
Still fuck up.
And I'll tell them that, hey, you're never going to stop making mistakes, bro. Why you going to cry every time you do? Who gives a fuck? Shake that shit off. So in high school, because I've never been that guy, bro. Like, oh, I lost. I'm going to cry. Oh, my God. Fuck it. It's over with. I'd be pissed off about it, but I'm not gonna fucking hang my head and cry. I couldn't get over that shit, bro. Like I used to look around, like, dude, you guys are fucking 3 or 4 years older than me. You know
I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I keep it real. I keep it 100. I cried when we lost the CIF game.
That's different. You were a senior,
dude. I was like, at that point, I thought like this is my career.
Yeah,
because like Sunday League is whatever, right? Like I don't shame people on it. Like I fucking played Sunday League for like 5-6 years, but I was like, this is it, like, because.
It's the end of competitive baseball.
Yeah.
Sunday League can be competitive, but
it's not on the same level.
They kind of dug out, you know?
And so I was fucking, oh my goodness. Because I say it to every person. I went into every game thinking we were going to win. I never thought like, oh, fuck, they're good. Like, yeah, they're good. We're better.
Yeah.
And so to me, it was like not a fake reality. Because we did beat everybody, you feel me? But when we lost, I was like,
4.
Yeah.
I remember that.
See, no, well, in league, we were 12-3. We lost our 4th game in CIF. And
okay.
You get me? I mean, I think we won like 2-5 in preseason, but we were Division 5 at the time, and we played like Division 2 schools, Monrovia, fucking Charter Oak, and all them. They were way, way up out of our league.
Yeah.
And we fucking kept up with all of them. Monrovia won CIF that year, and we fucking lost 2-1 in preseason.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And, I mean... I love talking about that shit. It comes up every time. It comes up every time. All right, so I'll buffer.
Talking, bro, I got you.
All right, no. So you know what I'm saying? Like, going back to what we were saying, we fucking... What is this?
You're not... Look at this. I was going to do my fucking garage the other day, bro. Check this out.
For those of you that aren't here, the Viking Baseball Press purple and white roster set. This is fucking awesome. Fucking Savages and still friends. Even after Eduardo Tick Reyes and Stephen Kennedy played on separate teams and singled out as being the top choices for the Rookie of the Year honors, they still made sure they played catch together. We have played together growing up, and I am just happy to have this opportunity to compete here and compete against him, said Kennedy. Reyes said, don't worry, it is my award. This is fucking cool, man.
Look at these.
Look at these. Let me read down here. Kennedy Hurts team. You misspelled your name.
Yeah, I know.
Rookie of the Year, Stephen Kennedy. Rookie of the Year candidate, Stephen Kennedy, hurt his team and made himself look bad when he decided to drop an F-bomb on the field. In trying to support the team, Kennedy threw an F-bomb and put his team in the hole before they even started. And then right after, Kennedy helps team. Kennedy put his team on the board by taking a curve. What the fuck? I can't read. Taking a curveball to right field and scoring the white team's first run. Coach Wohlers stated that was a good piece of hitting for a freshman. Oh, right here I see my name, so I'm going to read it. Amazing surprise and next shot fired.
I don't know what the fuck. I can't remember this. I remember this, but I remember this. All right. Manager David Meza surprised everyone by naming himself game one starter. David Meza had a good fastball and curveball and was able to keep the white team from having big innings. Meza blew. It's a little. It's a shade.
It's worn. It's
no. The lighting,
okay.
you know, it's kind of. Mesa blew through. Oh, fuck, he misspelled that. That's why I'm like, what the fuck? This doesn't make sense. Mesa blew through the first 3 outs and ran into some trouble with 2 set of outs, hitting leadoff batter Hector Aguilar. Ah, fuck, I got hit. See, I was always carrying the plate. All right, so that says good shit about Cat. Good job, Cat. And the other one, I don't want to just be reading the whole time. Oh, what the fuck? The neck shot fired. I'm talking shit. The neck shot was fired in the ongoing war between Roy Lopez and Hector Aguilar. Roy's the next guest, dude. Like, this is all full circle, bro. This is beautiful. Within seconds of center fielder Roy Lopez airmailing a ball over the third baseman's head and out of the baseball complex. The fuck? Hector Aguilar struck. That's me. Hector was overheard saying to Coach Savage, "You tell the paper that this is why I got drafted above him." Oh, fuck. Anything that goes that high should have wings on it and serve cocktails. To further the problem, Roy Lopez physically pouted in center field, prompting Aguilar to call him a big baby. Roy, I might have said that. I might have not. I don't remember.
Yeah, so this one here, it says Lopez is bitter. When asked about his spot in the draft, all I could get was out of senior Roy Lopez was, "It's crap. Everyone knows I'm a better player than Aguilar, and he got picked above me." It's crazy, dude. Like, when I seen these the other day, I was like, oh, dude. Like, I made sure that I left them somewhere on the floor, obviously, that I was like, I'm going to bring them up.
Fucking savage. I hope you're still doing that to your players. For those of you listening, my senior year, you were a freshman, right?
Yeah.
My senior year, freshman year, Coach Savage, like, we had this draft, like, almost like I don't know what it's not like a fantasy draft, because it was real people, like us. I forget. Obviously, Cat was one of the captains. I think Fabian was the other one.
Team. Was it? Yeah, because remember we were playing different schools on Sundays, but Savage couldn't be on the field coaching. Wohlers took over, and for those of you, obviously, not a lot of people know who Wohlers is.
Oh, he's been brought up a few times, farting up and shit.
Hey, what do we do with dicks? What do we do with those guys? Are dicks. Hey, you know what we do with dicks? We fuck them. What? The fuck did you just say?
Continue. And so Savage made like these little we had this fucking drafts, right? So and so takes this guy, so and so takes that guy. And so he had like it was white and purple, right? Yeah. White and purple teams. And then like he made a newspaper about us, the players, right? Like obviously you guys heard. I don't remember saying that shit, Roy. Maybe I did. But that shit was pretty fun because I remember like we showed up to practice. Oh, look, I got this newspaper for you guys. And it was pretty cool. I remember it, but I don't remember like the
word for
content.
Word. Yeah. I don't remember saying that shit as a kid, but all right.
I hope you're still doing that shit, Savage.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody's going to tag him on it.
Yeah, I know.
That's dope. Surprised you have that.
Everybody told me to fucking shave before practice.
Oh, every time.
And I just fucking did that day. That's fucked up.
Steven's had a beard since like second grade.
Yeah, but I mean, it was fucking shaved. Or the time that I showed up with chin straps, you know what I mean? Yeah. And he was like, "Go fucking wash that dirt off your face." I thought I was cute, man. Didn't happen.
He has a Yankee system, no facial hair.
I know. It works out. It's because he can't grow a fucking a correct one. Man, but dude, it's like high school is crazy, and it's crazy how like, you know, I always tripped out, bro, like on like movies and shit, like, oh, like, you know, high school reunions. Fuck, I haven't seen anybody from high school in fucking 15, 20 years old. But it's like I fucking see everybody. Like, well, maybe now more because of social media. Like, I feel like I see them, but I haven't seen them in years.
Maybe.
But
no, there's certain people I still kick it with. I see like maybe fucking every other month kind of thing. And there's certain people I haven't seen because I get a lot of feedback, right? And people tell me like, "Dude, I just saw so and so at Progress, or I saw them at Tito's." I'm like, "Dude, you saw them, not me, bro. Yeah. I wasn't there. I haven't seen Assad in fucking 10 years. I hadn't seen George like in 5. George Vargas, not George Hernandez. And people are like, "Dude, like, you really haven't seen them?" I'm like, "Nah."
No, like, people got different lives and shit. You know what I mean? But nah, it's cool though, man. It's cool that like our kind of like our group of friends and shit kind of really stuck together. They all still hang out, you know. But yeah, that's cool. I was I was surprised, man. Like all this like shit that's been going on, bro. Has really like. That's when I started seeing more and more of whatever happened to this person and that person, and like seeing like people post about like this immigration bullshit that's going on, or like Trump shit that's going on, and then I start seeing like different people put in. I'm like, I haven't seen that guy in forever, but then I like see some of the shit they write, and I'm like, oh, well, kind of a fucking idiot,
I don't consider myself smart by any means. I just think
likewise.
There's information out there, and you can get the information. You choose not to. It's okay to not know, but ignorance is a choice. In the age of information, ignorance is a choice.
Right.
And ignorance is bliss. A lot of people tell me, dude, I don't want to talk about that, or I don't want to be on your show because you're going to talk politics. I'm not, dude. We don't have to talk politics. We don't have to talk about anything. We could talk fucking baseball. We could talk fucking FIFA. We could talk about the Braves being surprised. Well, not surprised contender. They made playoffs last year. But we could talk about whatever, dude. I just want to talk to my boys, meet some new people, get some stories. Me and you, I could tell. This is one of the reasons why the podcast is. I love the podcast now. Because if I called you up, hey, Steven, I want to come and kick it, have a beer, you'd probably say, yeah, like you're my boy, right? We're boys. But it'd be like, oh, well, this weekend I can't because I got my son. And it's like, hey, dude, I need you for the podcast, my man. You'd be like, oh, hell yeah, I'd love to do that for you. We're going to kick it, have a few beers, and just fucking... This conversation would happen without the microphones. Right. You feel me? Because you... Remember that one time you called me like, hey, Hector, what's going on with fucking this, and this about the welfare? And I was like, oh, this information I have, my man. You're like, cool, because I'm talking to this guy at work, and he's telling me this, and that. And I was like, no, let's check it. This is whatever. And you were like, thank you. So these are subjects that would come up in our conversation. So I shout out to you. I just made it funny because... You messaged me like, hey bro, whatever. Like I didn't understand what you meant, but you were like, hey bro, we've been kind of arguing back and forth for the last few weeks, yada yada yada, la 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 la. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna take that as disrespect. I was just being funny. You're like, no, bro, no disrespect. Like I fucking love you. I was like, no, dude, Steven, like these are just conversations.
Yeah.
We're just talking. Like we have different points of view.
Right.
It doesn't mean we're not friends. I fucking known you since like.
Like Little League.
You played Little League with... I don't think you were on the same team, but Tick's like my little brother.
Yeah.
I go see Tick play. He was on the Mariners, I think. And I think you guys were like fucking 5th or 6th graders. Yeah, and I think I was already like a freshman. Yeah, you were on the Mets. I think Johnny Ponce.
Yeah, I was with Johnny Ponce.
And dude, me and Izzy would just go watch Tick's games, get a pepper belly, some hot Cheetos with cheese, and I'd be like, dude, I don't remember. There was a 4th kid. Because I remember the home run record was like 2. And you guys had like 7 each and shit?
It was I think I ended with 4 or 5. Right? And I think Ponce had one more than me that year. And he took it. And I remember we were playing the Braves. And I fucking hit 2 off of Jonos.
I don't know who that is.
Homie? So, okay. Yeah. So I hit 2 off of him in that game. And the first home run... Fucking Johnny Ponce is like, that's right. My second home run? No.
Oh, you were down 1 still. You were down 1.
Yeah, he had 5 and I had fucking 2, I think. Yeah, that's what it was, because I ended with 4, he ended with 5. I had 2, and then that game fucking bing, hit. But my first one, he was fucking like, yeah. The second one, he didn't fucking cheer for me. He was like, oh, fuck. And I think it was like our last game of the season or some shit, but yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like, to think that was almost 20 years ago.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
I'm 28 years old right now, bro.
You're 28? I turned 31 like in 40 days. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
I'm 28 years old, and I was fucking 11 that year, or 12.
That's crazy.
Yeah, my math's all fucked up, but you know what I mean.
I know what you're saying.
I said almost, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, we're not.
16 years ago. That even sounds like, what?
That sounds, it's like, we're what? Like, when you're 16, you're like a sophomore, junior in high school. Like, think about that from start to finish, from 0 to 16. Time flies. No, but, what I was saying was, I've known you fucking, I saw you grow up, remember? I would be like, fucking, Kenny, then you were a big kid. And then I didn't see you for a few years because, the fucking doing the high school thing.
Yeah.
And then I see you again fucking your freshman year. I'm like, oh, fuck, you're bigger than me. You're like a foot taller with a full-grown beard,
How about? Do you remember when we fucking played Pasadena?
Yeah.
And the coach fucking asked me for a lineup because he thought I was a fucking coach. That son of a bitch.
You're a freshman in high school.
DMX, fool, remember?
Yeah. They were good too, and we fucking kept up with them. They beat us, but I mean, great stories, man.
Yeah, we had a good time, man. I think especially that year, we definitely had like a good group of guys. You know, there was the Izzy and Fabian beef that nobody fucking ever talked about. They just didn't talk. You know what I mean? But the fuckers played ball together. You know.
Pitcher catcher, and they just made it work. I mean, for the greater good of the team, and trip out. Like, that's what I was telling one of my homies like last week, because me and you've been trying to get together for fucking a couple months now.
Yeah.
And okay, Ozzy, Fabian, yourself, Yasad, Philip was a year older than you, David Sanchez.
Yeah.
These guys have all been on, these are my bros.
Yeah.
Roy is my next guest. Like, he'll be next week.
You're going to go through the whole 06 fucking...
it's not like I'm planning to.
Yeah.
It's just like, but like, these are all my fucking boys. You get me? Like, Gato and Ernie, I'm probably have to do both those fuckers together because they don't want to do it by themselves.
Why?
They're fucking pussies.
Fucking hyenas.
But
Gato's a girl, fool.
I love them both. I was just with them this weekend, but... Like, I'm like, dude, we got to do this. And they're like, nah, I don't want to be, like, one-on-one. Whatever, fuck it. If it makes you happy and it makes you comfortable, let's do it. Have a couple of michis, and it's fucking chill, But you get what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
Like, that group of guys is who my homies are. You feel me? Like, don't get me wrong. I have other homies who I didn't play ball with.
Right.
And all that, but...
But that's who you grew up with.
Yeah.
That's who you... But I mean...
Izzy, I forgot. Oh, Izzy, Alex. Fuck, dude, I'm forgetting half the team. Izzy, Alex, yeah.
You guys were... But, like, you guys were together, like, fucking butt cheeks, fool. Like, all of you guys.
It's crazy. Cause
Pokerholics.
You know what I mean? Eric's going to be on. I'm going to try to get Eric and Pika together, too. So. And you get what I'm saying? Like, because, like I mentioned to you before the show started, people tell me, like, dude, you're not that close with all these people. And I'm like, yeah. Like, people like, you can't be that cool with that many people. I'm like, dude, I'm 31 years old. And in my teens, half your life. Yeah, I've known these guys. I met Ernie Gato in 7th grade. I met Izzy when I was 3, he was 2. Tick fucking lived next to him 30 years.
Yeah.
Feel me? Like, these are my people. Like, this is who I grew up with.
It's one of those things where it don't matter how long you guys are apart. Like, when you get back together, it's like it never, you know what I mean? You never skipped a day. And
me and Yasad hadn't seen each other, like, probably over 10 years, bro. No lie. We did a 3-hour show. We talked an hour before we fucking started recording. And we talked, like, 2.5 hours after we ended it. At the time, I was like, this is going too long, bro. We got to end it. He's like, cool, let's end it. And we still chilled and talked for another 2.5 hours. Like, it's all love, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, me and you, we said we were going to do 5-minute practice, and we talked for like fucking an hour.
Yeah, has it been an hour already?
No, but before we started recording.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But I definitely like. I was waiting for this. I was excited. I told my wife, I was like, "Hey, my buddy Hector's coming over. He was gonna do his record his podcast." So I know at first she was probably like, "Oh, he's just gonna like record here?" Like, she's like, "You're gonna be on it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's my episode." And she's like, "Dumb," you know what I mean? Like, one of the, so then I showed her like you had posted it, and she was just like, all right. She knocked out, and then like I started like I was laying down, and then she was like, "Aren't you gonna like? Isn't your friend coming over?" I'm like, "Yeah, at 11." She was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be asleep." You know what I mean? So I was like, "Cool." So when I hit you up and you're like 5 minutes, I got up like, bro, I swear like I was kid going to Disneyland. I was excited.
No, you were waiting for me outside. That was beautiful. I was pulling up. I was like, I remember, right? Last time you did me a huge favor. For everybody doesn't know, Steven's like one of those fucking people that a real one, you know. Yeah, a lot of people say anything you need, I could do it for you, bro. And that's a weird favor to ask. I'm not gonna put it on blast like that. But I was like, hey, bro, this is what I need. If you could do it for me, hell yeah, bro, I got you. I was fucking not surprised, but I asked like 25 people to do it. 24 said yes. One was out of fucking the state. I was like, fuck, dude, that's all love. You know,
I was just about to ask you if somebody said no.
Oh, they did, but it was in. They just said, I'm not there. And, you know, the thing is that they're like, I can email it to you, do the e-signature.
But they were still willing
to they were willing to do it.
Okay.
They just couldn't. They were out of state. I was like, cool, enjoy your vacation. And, well, anyways, a lot of people say, anything you need, bro, I got you. And this is not a fucking simple favor. Like, hey, bro, I need, $10. Yeah, this is like some real shit. And everybody said, yeah, but you were one of those people that was like, yeah. And I was like, dude, that I sent out a group text. I sent everything. I sent individual text. Like, I am eternally grateful.
Yeah.
Let me know if you ever need anything, because just like you got my back, I got yours.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. That's the type of people I have in my life, which I kind of lately I've been like, damn, dude, I don't know why. I'm a piece of shit. But people like me. I like people, and all I do is show love. So I think that's why I kind of get some love in return. But no, like you're a stand-up dude. You feel me? Like,
Yeah,
I really
appreciate
it.
I try to be, bro. In high school, I was kind of a douche. You know what I mean? Like, but I think everybody was at a little point in their life. You know what I mean? Like, but I try, bro. I try not to. I try not to be like a piece of shit, dog. You know what I mean? Especially now as adults, man. You never know what you're gonna need and who has it. You know, like, fuck. For instance, bro, like, if we got, let's say, like, I can't even think of a good example, but like, let's say, somebody we went to school with or something, or somebody that's going to be on your show. Let's say that somebody's going to be on your show. I'm going to be listening to your show, and their business, they do this, so that's what I'm looking for. Boom, that just aligned, But if I'm a piece of shit, you're not going to link that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Doors.
Yeah.
No, and trip out. As your son gets older, you're going to realize somebody's always looking up to you.
Right.
Like, and to me, that was big, because I'm a piece of shit. I'm trying not to be a piece of shit. I've always said it. I'm not a good person. I'm just a bad person trying to be better.
Yeah.
Because now my daughter, like I've said a few times, like, I don't cuss a lot around her, but sometimes it slips out, and I'll be like, "Oh fuck!" And then now she's like, saying, "Oh fuck." Dude, that's not cool. That's not cool.
Yeah, they're little parrots.
Yeah, and everything she does, I see her mannerisms. She's just like me, and all the good stuff, all the good qualities I have, she has. But she also has those bad ones, because she's me. She's half me.
Yeah.
And to me, that was like, oh, fuck, dude, I got to change, because the stuff I'm doing is not working for me.
Right.
So I got to change. Like, Savage goes back to Savage. Like, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Yeah. And I just, part of it was maturity growing up. Part of it was her. Part of it was just life. I was like, dude, I need to be better to get better. And I don't want to let her down. I want her to be proud of the person I am. I want her to be proud to be like, oh, that's my dad. And not be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Because I know a few people that are like, I don't have a dad. They'd rather say they don't have a dad than say the person who is their father. Yeah. You get me? So I'd rather. It's been a progression. You feel me? It's still a work in progress, dude. I still fucking get upset. I don't get angry, but I get upset. I'm like, fuck, and I just remember what's important. Keep my eye on the prize, I tell myself. Like, focus on her. What I'm doing now is going to pay off dividends in the end. That's what I keep telling myself, and it's crazy. I'm not one of those people to believe in all this gypsy magic,
Yeah.
But I'm manifesting everything, and I tell myself, it's for her, it's for her, it's for her.
Right.
And it's all going beautifully. Like, I even, shout out to all you guys, all you fucking listeners. I got to take a step back just because things are going so fucking great.
Right.
And I told you, like, dude, I can't keep up.
It becomes overwhelming. And then, like, that could be, like, it could be bad for you. You're getting fucking sick.
I was, the first week, last week, I didn't have an episode, I understand people are busy. I'm busy myself. I've had to cancel numerous times. The last 4 people that were like, hey, bro, let's do this. They had to cancel, which, whatever, we're human. All right, cool. Go on to next person. Cancel. Next person. Cancel. Next person. Well, I mean, not just cancel, but set it up a date and then cancel.
Right.
So I'm like, fuck. So I was all stressed out. I'm going to lose listeners. Everybody's waiting for it out. And people messaging me like, oh, fuck, bro. I was looking forward to this on my drive to work. And I was like, I'm sorry. I don't. And I was just that week. And then this week, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't have an episode. I'm not going to bullshit something just to fucking get it out there. I'd rather give you guys something good when it's ready. And so that's when I was like, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. Because I feel almost like it's a hassle. And that's the last thing I want. I want this to become a hassle.
Right,
I want this.
Then it's going to phase out.
Yeah. So I'd rather just, you know what? With everything going on in life is fucking amazing, you guys.
Yeah.
I'm just going to slow it down a little bit and let this continue to be amazing. So it doesn't feel like a job. Because that 1 week, the first week, I guess last week, it almost felt like a job. Like, I need to do this by Monday.
Yeah.
I need to do this. And I was just like, you know what? Fuck that.
It's got to be something that you could do like on your spare time. Like,
yeah. And dude, I'm happy with that. And then I put a poll on fucking Instagram. Like, I got like fucking 80 something replies, and only 2 people said I don't like it. I don't know if they were just trolling because it's 2 of the homies.
Yeah.
So like maybe they don't like. They do listen every week, Yeah. But everybody else was
one of them George?
No,
because he does shit like that.
Yeah. And so They know who they are. They're listening to this right now. I'm sure. Yeah. And so, but I mean, that's why I'm so like, dude, everything's just going as planned.
Yeah.
And it's fucking beautiful to see because it's just manifestation of what I said was going to happen. And when I started this, I started January, but didn't record till March. When I said in January, this was going to happen, this how it's going to go, it's all happening. Not just the podcast. I mean, everything that I started. So I'm like, when people start seeing the results, people don't know. I don't publish like, this many. Right. I mean, I do publish the when I get to like 1,000, 2,000. But now I got the behind the scenes shit. Like, I was looking for sponsors, right?
Yeah.
And now sponsors are looking for me.
Really?
Yeah. But I'm like, nah. Because they're offering like the bare minimum. And I'm like, why am I going to put ads on the show when you're not even giving me what I want?
Right.
I'd rather give the audience something that feels, not that it won't be authentic with ads.
Yeah.
But if you're going to want ads, like, you're going to pay what I want you to pay.
Right.
Not just what the fuck for a
Well,
couple.
and you should, though, because it's like, and then it's like, I'm sure, too, like, it's got to be like the content of the ad.
Yeah, if it doesn't, like, I'm not going to sell women's shoes. Like, what the fuck? You feel me? But, so it's stuff that the demographic will listen to,
Right.
And I feel like once it's worth it, where I could say, hey, you're paying me to record every week. So I can take a day off work and tell my fucking employer, be like, hey, I'm only working X amount of days because one of my days has to focus on that because I'm getting income from over here, not just put more shit on my plate. So I'm like, dude, I'm not even going to worry about that for probably 6 months. Because if they're already looking for me now, the way this is going,
it's just going to keep coming.
Yeah, so it's cool. I'm like, dude, I'm not tripping. I'm not going to worry about money. I'm not trying to get rich out of this. I'm trying to kick it with my friends, meet new people.
If you could kick it, have a couple of beers and get paid doing it, fuck
dude.
not. You know what I mean?
When it gets to that, like, that'll be cool. And I even told people, like, I'll be able to say, hey, you know what? Why don't we meet up for drinks and dinner? It's on, not me, but on the sponsor. Yeah. And then we could record after, like, whatever. Like, now it's worth my time.
Right.
But if that's not the case, then fuck it. I'll just chill. After work, dude, I'm exhausted physically. But mentally, I'm like fucking on all cylinders. So I'm like, dude, I don't even know what time it is. It's like about to be 1 a.m.
Yeah, but we've been going for a little minute now.
That's the time, that's when I have available. Dude, it's good. It's good.
Yeah,
salud, my man.
Likewise.
This has been a long time coming.
So, what's your take on like as far as this whole political bullshit? I mean, I'm sure, I don't know if that's like a hot topic on your show, but I know like we had discussions about this before. As far as like the arguments that I don't know, or the heated conversations, I should say, that have happened on Facebook and Instagram and shit like that. I personally, like, I'm not as informed as some other guys that are involved in these conversations. And I say that, and I don't try to, like, fucking throw this out there. But I just feel like there's some shit that some people just fucking are just completely closed-minded to. There's some shit that one or another are open-minded to, and then there's some shit that is just, like, there's no facts behind it, or if there is facts behind
it's
it, they
opinion based, not
right.
Okay, so I mean, this is a complex question, but to start off, I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, white, black, Asian. First and foremost, we should not have kids in cages, and no matter what. I think everybody will agree with that.
I agree.
Second, you shouldn't separate these kids from their families. These kids don't know the language. They don't know anything. They're fucking 2, 3 representing themselves in court.
They're not cattle.
Exactly. And I get it, right? Like, they shouldn't have broken the law. The parents shouldn't have came here, whatever. Okay, fucking lock them up all together. Not in a cage. They're in jail or whatever in one of these fucking... They're concentration camps, man. If you look up the definition of concentration camp, that is, by definition, a concentration camp. But at least let the families be together, right? Like... One of the guests, Kelsey, she fucking went to TJ and the biggest fear is not like, oh fuck, are they going to deport us or whatever? It's, are they going to take my kids? Your biggest fear, if you were in another country and you didn't know what was going to happen, it's like, are they going to take my kids?
Right.
That's the one thing they worry about. Like, fuck it, send me back. Send me fucking back to Central America. It doesn't matter. Just keep
wherever.
us together. Keep us together. Don't let them take my kids. And the thing about it, okay, so that being said, right? That being said, immigration is a complex issue. Most of the people that are here illegally overstayed their visas. It's not like they cross the border. It's not like whatever. They mainly European, mainly Asian. Nobody talks about that.
Yeah. Well, it's because everybody, you're right. Go ahead. I'll get into it after.
And so they overstay their visas. They come, visit, I'm going to do a year of school, I'm going to travel, whatever. And then they don't go back. They love it. Or that was their plan all along. Or that was the plan, yeah. And they stay here. Nobody talks about that. Yet, the number of, I wouldn't even say Mexicans, I guess, of Latin Americans coming across is going down each year. Not because things are getting better, but just they see how tough it is to make it out here,
Yeah.
Because I'm a wetback myself. I have family that's over here right now. They're with political asylum. I don't like sharing the story, but they're thinking like, dude, you're making like hundreds of dollars a day. Like there's money on trees, yada, yada, yada. It's just a fucking booming economy. Like it is. If you're educated, if you're specialized in a trade, like, yeah. But if you're just coming over here to work at McDonald's, like you're not making any money. You're making enough to not even survive. You have to get 2 jobs. Right. And so there's this false illusion, an oasis, if you will. Like when you get here, everything's great. Things are way better for them here.
Become a hamster on the wheel.
Things are way better here than there. Like just talking to my mom last week about the situation in Mexico and TJ. They make literally like $40 a week. Like that's how much money they make. It's in pesos, right? But think about that. Like you work all week to make $40, and you say, "Well, inflation. It's a different economy." Okay, but
they're still doing the same amount of work.
A kilo of meat is about $20. You get me?
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, you're eating beans and rice. Like you're killing yourself. So of course, if you come over here, at least you're eating fucking McDonald's now. You're going to fucking TGIFs once a month.
Right.
So things are relatively better. But that's not what they're coming for. They want to send money back and fucking build their house out there because it's cheaper and all that. And that's not a reality. So that's why now, with the age of information, with social media, people are like, nah, you own your land over there. Over here, you're renting from somebody. Your fucking sink doesn't work. They'll take 2 weeks for them because you're not affording badass houses.
Right.
So that leak is just going and going and going. That fucking smell is just lingering and lingering and lingering. So people are like, we don't want to go over there because it's not all it's cracked up to be. It's still great, better than here. But if I own my land and I have a little bit of cattle and I'm doing enough to survive, why am I going to go struggle there? Yes, there's plenty of them running for their life and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
All that bad stuff. I shouldn't say good stuff. At the same time, most of them come here to work and go back.
Yeah.
And they do
my uncle did that. I had an uncle, my mom's brother, that did that.
And then they do the jobs that nobody wants. I don't know if you saw that report about avocados. Not enough workers to fucking get them.
In Oxnard or some shit, right?
Yeah. And the price keeps going up, and everybody keeps complaining about the price, and yet nobody's going out there to work.
That's my thing. When I started hearing people saying, "Oh, all these fucking Mexicans are taking these fucking jobs," well, I mean, let's be honest. Like they're not taking fucking foreman jobs.
Exactly.
Okay, they're not fucking taking high paying jobs. They're doing all the shit that nobody wants to do. They're doing all the shit that everybody that doesn't have a job, that's when they say, like, I don't care what it is. I'll fucking sweep floors. I'll fucking mop floors. Like, but then when they get it and they see their check, they're like, man, fuck this. But that dude that doesn't have papers, whether he be Mexican, Asian, whatever, it don't matter what it is, really. But when they get their check, oh, fuck, cool, $250.
That's fucking 6 times as much as I was making out there.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I got mixed feelings on it, bro. So I got family that came here illegally. My mother came here illegally. My mother's from Mexico. She came here when she was 9 years old. I don't remember how long ago, like within the last 10 years or so, she got her citizenship, right? Or, yeah, I don't think it was that long ago. But anyways, so it's not like I'm like, oh, yeah, fucking send him the fuck back. But my thing is, bro, is like you get people like that are like fucking just open up the fucking borders and let everybody in. But it's like, hey, and you're a working man. You don't fucking mooch off anybody. But it's like some people come, and maybe the big picture is they want to work and they want to do that. But some come and they have nothing waiting for them, dog. Like nothing. Like now what? And at the end of the day, our tax dollars that comes out, that everything that comes out that we pay taxes for has to make up for that shit. And it's like, do you let somebody live in your fucking house for free? Would you let a family you don't know live in your house for free, eat for free? Like, would you be cool with that? That's what you got to ask yourself.
To an extent, I would want to say no. That's wrong. I want to agree with you to an extent, but I think you got to step back a little bit and see how they're leeching off, quote unquote, leeching off, because right now our tax dollars, it's costing us between $250 to $750 a day, $750 a day to keep these kids in cages, right? They don't have toothpaste, they don't have toothbrushes, they don't have soap, They shower once a week. It's terrible,
they
right?
treat them like fucking dogs, bro. Worse.
So our tax dollars are paying for that company to house them, right? Mm-hmm. So that's where the problem starts. Like about our tax money, that's where we should be looking. Like, hey, what the fuck? Why are we paying them so much where they don't even have the basic necessities? That's where the corruption comes in, right?
Right.
Not to get into all that, but we should. Corporations are not paying. Amazon made in revenue, they made over $1 trillion. I don't know what their profits were. They paid $0. If they were to just pay 10%,
right,
we wouldn't have this conversation about they're leeching off. But since we're the ones with the heavy tax rates, it's our tax money, right? Me personally, I'm sure a lot of people listening wouldn't agree. I'm okay with some people if that's going to help them live their life, better themselves, get their fucking set their groundwork. I'm okay with that because we're spending trillions upon trillions of dollars on these unnecessary wars, and yet nobody ever questions that tax money.
Right.
So when we say, "Oh, we're spending some tax money on these people," that's fucking fine, dude. To me, it's like, no, we shouldn't do this forever. No, we shouldn't let that to everybody. But I have family, I have friends that have tried to get this money from the government, and you can't. You could go up there and lie and say, hey, them fucking whatever. They're going to give you a little check and be like, here's some housing, here's whatever.
Yeah.
And that's it. Now you're in the system. And trip out. If you ever go to fix your papers or whatever, you pay that money back. If you get food stamps, welfare, WIC, whatever, you pay that money back.
When you go to fix your paperwork.
When you fix your paperwork.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a loan,
right.
A no-interest loan, because they don't charge you extra.
Right.
But all that money they're leeching off, quote unquote, you're paying it back.
The thing is, they're paying it back, but how many of them go to fix their papers?
Well, how many can fix their papers?
Right, that's the thing. And see, that was like an argument that we had was, it's not extremely easy.
Oh, it's not, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
I was just talking to one of our good friends yesterday. He messaged me like, hey, bro, I read la la la. I heard you, actually. I think he might have listened to one of the podcasts. He said that you said you don't want to fix your papers. It's not that I don't want to. It used to be like an invisible wall for me, if you will, where I said like, I can't get this job because of this. I got offered great jobs, bro. Great jobs, union jobs, this. People I meet, like, oh, bro, I could hook you up. And, I don't tell them right off the bat, hey, I'm a wetback. But they're like, why don't you apply? Why don't you apply? Why don't you apply? Come on, bro. Making fucking X amount of hour. I'm like, I'm kind of cool here. Like, really?
It isn't until they twist your fucking arm.
And you're like, dude, listen, this is the reality. This is what bro. Well, when you do come with me, I will hook you up. And I was always not sad about it, but like not pouting about it. I was like, fuck, all these doors are closed because of whatever. And once I had my daughter, dude, that mentality went out the door. I was like, my dad never made excuses. My dad just got shit done.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want my daughter to be like, well, my dad could have been great, but he didn't have papers. So I said, fuck it, I don't need papers. I'm going to be great without it. And that's the mentality I've had for the last 4 years. That's where my business came from. That's where this podcast came from. That's where my next business came from. Because I'm like, she's not going to care whether her dad has papers or not. Right. She's going to want the fucking new toys, the new Jordans, the new whatever. She's going to want to be in fucking cheer, dance, fucking ballet. And I'm going to have to fucking pay for that shit. So I said, fuck this, Hector. Like, you're better than that. And that's what I meant by it, right? And so the homie was like, dude, I know what you mean. And I talked to him. I explained the process, my mentality. It was, but I still want you to see. I still want to see you fucking get them. I was like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm still going to fucking be successful without it.
Right.
But I've been here 30 years. It's about to be May of next year is 31 years that I've been here. still illegally. A lot of people say you shouldn't say that. What if they're listening? Fuck it. What are they gonna do? Deport me? I'll be back like in 2 days, dude.
Yeah.
It's not a biggie. I'll be
I'll
cool.
get you.
Yeah, I'll be cool. I'll be cool. And point being, a lot of these people don't have. I'm educated because of this country.
Right.
My parents paid taxes while I was going to school. People are like, oh, you came and flew off the government. Like, did I? I think my dad pays more in taxes than whatever, you know.
Right.
Now I'm paying taxes. So maybe if, quote unquote, I leached back then when I was a fucking kid and I didn't unknowingly, now I'm paying it back, right? And I always tell people teachers should get paid more. I'm all for that. Like, we were just talking about it. Like, any public servant should get paid more. It doesn't matter if minimum. Well, that's another conversation. Dude, this is beautiful. If minimum wage should go up for everybody. And people say, you know, like, oh, well, paramedics only make X amount. Well, fucking bump them up too. Everybody should be making more. And we will still all thrive if we start taxing the rich. And I just mean, I don't hate the rich. I want to be rich someday. Not rich as in money, but
I want to be wealthy, bro. I want to not have to fucking wake up. I want to wake up and be like, I'm cool.
Yeah.
I got a nice little stack in the bank. I don't need millions.
I don't need millions. I
want to be comfortable.
I want comfortable. Oh, beautiful. Same thing, dude. I want freedom. I want the freedom to be able to say, I don't want to go into work today. I'm good. If I miss it right now, dude, I have to be up, work 12 hours tomorrow. Today I'd work 12 hours. Monday I did too. Thursday I will again. I mean, fuck, tomorrow is Thursday. But you get what I'm saying? Like, I can't say like, oh, fuck, I'm going to take tomorrow off because then that check's not going to be the same. And there's millions upon millions of people living that way. Some of them happen to be immigrants. Some of them happen to be white, black, Asian, doesn't matter. But if we were to just tax the rich, the load would... It's a substantial load we all have on our back. Everybody. Even if you're rich, you still have to pay. But just by taxing the rich and taxing the corporations, none of these loophole shit, none of these whatever, start there and you'll see how fast things get better.
Well, my thing is like they keep talking about all these fucking loopholes. So fucking close them then. You know what I mean? Like,
but they write the fucking laws.
Yeah, I know. That's the fucked up part about it, bro. It's like we're ants. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's annoying, bro, because it's like it gets frustrated, and you kind of get like frustrated for no fucking reason. Because I don't care what anybody says, dog. At our level where we're at, dude, with no fucking real platform and shit like that, your voice ain't gonna mean shit.
Not yet. And I don't mean it as me or as in you. I mean, actually, it's a funny story. This was in a group chat today. We were talking about it. And one of the homies like, hey, this group chat's for memes, fuckers. Like, stop with your political shit. But no. I think in this age of information, all these kids are fucking fed up with this shit. They can't find a job. They go to school. By kids, I mean like 22 and under. Right? 22 to 16. Like, these kids, they're seeing nobody. There's no work. You go get a 4-year degree.
College is a joke, bro.
And you come out fucking a couple $100,000 in debt.
College
and no fucking job. And I don't mean this I've said it before. I don't mean this in a bad way. When I was bartending, doing waiter, I was doing all right. Living a good life. People that were graduating from universities were asking me, hey, bro, is there any way you can hook me up with the job? And I was like, what the fuck? Like, you just got out of this badass school. Like, why the fuck you want to work with me? Like, and you get what I'm saying? People are getting fed up with this shit. And now I don't mean this just fucking nature. A lot of these old school baby boomers are starting to die off. Mm-hmm. They're the voting majority. Yeah. Pretty soon, our generation, millennials, I think it's Gen X or Gen Z, they're going to overtake it. I don't know if they're all going to vote. I don't think so. You know, most of the time they don't. You start voting as you get older because you start seeing that your vote matters and all that shit. But
does it?
It does.
Does it?
Baby boomers are fucking running the country the way they want. And why? Because they're older. They've been voting for the last 20 years.
But if we're so worried about other countries fucking with our voting system, how do you know your vote fucking counts, bro?
Well, see, that's another thing. Corruption,
bro. And it's like, okay, but look, if you say that's who's running the fucking country, our country's corrupt. Okay. They tell us we're fucking, I don't know a fucking real number, but it's, you know, trillions of dollars in debt, right?
Who do we owe this money to?
Yeah. So fucking, you know, everything says made in China on it. You know what I mean? Everything's fucking made in China. Whatever. Fucking. But it's like, okay, we owe all this fucking money. You got all these, like you said, Amazon. Tax those motherfuckers. Let's start putting a fucking dent in that. You know what I mean? Bro, everything in this fucking country takes credit to buy something.
Yeah.
Right? Our country is a fucking roach, bro. So for those of you who have never been in any type of sales car business, when you say this guy's a fucking roach, he doesn't have credit. He's in no danger of financing a fucking hot dog. Okay? That's our country. But in our country, it takes every little bit of credit to buy something, which I think is bullshit. Our credit system's so fucked.
It's so
fucked. Dude, I started building my credit, and I got it to where now I'm good, I'm comfortable, I can buy shit. Let me fuck up and miss 2 payments, bro.
Oh, no.
And it's all gone. All that work, dog, is gone.
And, okay, so for those of you that don't know, if you declare bankruptcy, in 7 years, that shit's gone.
Yeah.
Student loan debt is, you can't declare bankruptcy on that. So that's fucked up. I mean, I'm not saying you should go to school, fucking whatever, get a degree, and then declare bankruptcy. But if you're in this hole because of school, if you get a fucking car, fucking 20 G's, and you fuck up your credit, you can declare bankruptcy and not pay those 20 G's in 7 years. It'll be back to normal. If you go to school for $200,000, you're fucked.
The one good thing, though, is like when I was selling cars, bro, there was a lot of times where we would get, students or shit like that. Or, people that went to school, and then you look on their credit, and their credit's like, it's alright, dog, but did you see fucking Sally Mae on there for all this fucking money? The one good thing is most banks don't really fucking sweat Sally Mae. Because they kind of know how it is. Like, you're never going to pay it off, ever. Like, I think I've talked to a doctor before that obviously fucking was in the whole shitload of money, and was like, yeah, dude, like, I've been a doctor for 30 fucking years, and I'm not fucking paid off.
Damn.
Dude, you're making ducats, bro, and you're fucking not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that goes to show, bro. Like, the system is fucked.
The system is rigged.
My wife was telling me, you gotta pay off this fucking credit card. You gotta pay off this credit card. I get my statement, right? And it says, if you pay your fucking minimum payment of $45 or whatever it is, it's gonna take you 12 years to pay off like $2,500.
Yeah. It's all interest.
Right. If I send in 10 more bucks, so if I send in 55 rather than the minimum 45, I'll pay it off in 3 years.
That's crazy.
$10 fucking a month cost me $9,000.
That's crazy.
Or 9 years.
9 years.
You know what I mean? Bro, I don't understand it, dog. How the fuck is this shit legal?
That's the crazy thing. And then, okay, it's exploitation, because you go to a nice suburb. There's no checking the cash. There's no credit loan right here.
7-Eleven.
And here on every corner, you see a checking the cash. We'll cash your payday advance.
Yeah.
They're trying to, my boy Bernie's trying to make that shit illegal, which he should, because they're trying to set a cap on interest rate somewhere in the 20s, which is still ridiculously high.
Yeah.
But you go I just looked into it just to look into it, like to be well versed in it. It's 34.99 interest rate at these payday loan places.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And they're trying to bring it just to 25. It's still ridiculous.
Yeah. But they're saving people thousands like that. But I was telling my wife, we were going to get gas one day at 76, right? She was like, babe, you think we should get a fucking a gas card? I'm like, I've heard people say good things about them. Use it, fill up your tank, and then send money in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I looked into it. I opened up this little fucking pamphlet, bro, and it's fucking 30%, bro. Why the fuck do I want to do that? To me, that makes no sense. Like,
it makes great sense if you pay it off that month.
Right, because
entirely, because it'll show. I've read about that too before. Like, say you put, I don't know, $70 every other week, so 140. If you were to pay the 140 the day it's due, like, okay, 140 for this month, bam, pay it. Like, it'll do great things for your credit score.
Right.
But if you don't pay it that one day, that's fucking.
But you also got to remember too, when you have a credit card, you can't pay it all off at once, because now you're not showing revolving credit. Now you're not making payments.
Are you sure?
Positive. Because if you're not making payment, okay. The thing is the way credit works is you first need to prove you don't need it to get it, right? So you got to have money. So when you get this credit, you get So then you got this credit card for $5,000. Okay, you just spent 2 G's. And then tomorrow you're gonna go pay that shit off. Now, a lot of times the way that the credit card companies work is they're making their money off the interest.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why you're getting keep making payments. We don't want you to pay this shit off. You know, that's why before, like in the car business, there was balloon payments. Yeah. They made that shit illegal because you had a lease for a car. Yeah, we're gonna lease you this fucking. Hey, you know what, Hector? I'm gonna lease you this fucking $34,000 truck for $90 a month for 3 years. Right? Fucking stupid deal. Yeah. At the end of your fucking 36 months, this is what you gotta pay me this fucking money. You know, and then that's why they came out with simple interest. Now it's simple interest. Now, fucking, you pay as much as you want, as often as you want, and, you know, it's not going to affect you. You know, but the credit system, bro, is fucked, dog. Like, I think it's just horse shit. Like, you know what I mean?
It is. Because imagine right now I said, hey, guys, you guys need some money? Well, fucking come to me and I'll loan you guys money, but you're going to owe me more. If I let you borrow $100, you're going to owe me $130.
Yeah.
That's what banks basically are. Mm-hmm. Like, now... And then you pay me $60 a month. Okay, so it's turned from that $130. I let you borrow $100. It turned to $130. You didn't pay it all off, so now you owe me $180.
Yeah,
$190. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense, right? It sounds
and
fucking stupid.
If you're late, there's another fee.
It sounds fucking stupid. Yet we allow it. Like it's fucking. I mean, the concept is just ridiculous. And I have no credit whatsoever. No credit. Nothing. I somehow got a car out of the dealer. People trip out. I got a car out of the dealer. No fucking
happens all the time because no credit's better than bad credit.
Really? Yeah. Because I had no license, no fucking identification. Yeah. And the title was under my name. I said, "This is how much I make a month. Here's how much you want down payment." They said, "This much." I brought it. Like, okay, well, fucking. I don't know how the fuck we did a contract, but we did a fucking contract, and I got my car. Yeah. And people trip out. They tell me that you really did that. I'm like, yeah. With no license, no fucking whatever.
There's banks for every type of shit, dog. So it's like a lot of people are like, oh, I don't, you know, you can do it, dog. You know, like for instance, you're living proof. Yeah. A lot of people are intimidated by it, which I don't blame you because like when I was on the fucking law, bro, we were clubbing people like baby seals and shit. You know what I mean? There's people that are fucking still paying for shit.
Yeah.
And people would say, like, you don't feel bad? Like, you don't feel bad that you just told this motherfucker, his car is $24,000 and he's paying $600 a month for 72 months?
Fuck.
You don't feel bad? Why the fuck should I feel bad? 1 + 1 always equals 2, motherfucker. Like, if you don't do the fucking math, if you don't bring out your fucking phone and go, wait a minute, that's a lot of that's 40 G's.
Yeah.
Where did that fucking money go? Then that's on you.
Yeah.
Because then you have another opportunity when you get into finance. They bring out this long ass piece of paper, and at the bottom it tells you this is what you're going to be fucking paying at the end of your payments. And if you look at that and go $24,000 car, tack on $3,000 for tax and license, pay some interest. Where the fuck are you guys putting all that money? You know what I'm saying, bro? There's people like, okay, for instance, I was talking to Raul Duarte, right? And I was like, he's in the car business too. And I was telling him, bro, we should fucking make a little side hustle. You know what I mean? And fucking charge people to, you know, go with them to fucking dealerships.
Yeah.
You know,
people do that.
Yeah.
People do that.
Yeah. I don't want to do the broker thing because I don't want to go do the fucking legwork for you. I want you to be there, fucking make sure you like the car, then I'll show up with you. I'll be your long lost cousin that used to sell cars. So, you know what I mean? So, I'm going to charge you $500. $500? What the fuck?
I'm saving you 12
I'm going to save you thousands of dollars right now.
Yeah. There's people that do that I've never met anybody like that, but I've read about it online.
I've done it a couple times.
Yeah, they post up on OfferUp and Craigslist and shit like that. And when was this? This was before the podcast. This was probably like last year, maybe like about 6-7 months. No, longer now. Huh? Fuck, we're in August. Probably like 9 months ago. I don't know what I was looking for. It doesn't matter. I was looking for something like on OfferUp and Craigslist, and I saw like this ad, like, you know, when they spam it, and it's like $5. I was like, what the fuck? So I clicked it because they couldn't even show it; just had like arrows, and it said like, "Oh, I will be your car salesman for you, like your personalized." And he was charging like a G, and he was saying like, "I'll save you thousands, like, you know, like I will literally save you thousands." And I just read it, right? Because it did catch my eye, like, because he wasn't selling anything, even though it was like during the sell post. It said like, I will save you thousands. I was just, So I looked into it. And on the East Coast, like down south, that's a thing. Like, people fucking have offices where, like, oh, dude, like a travel agent, if you will. Yeah. Like, hey, I'll go to the dealership with you. I used to sell cars. I know all the tricks. I know all the whatever.
Well, because a lot of people don't, you know, they're not informed of their rights as a consumer. You know what I mean? Like, you have every fucking right to see the invoice to that vehicle. So, used cars don't have an invoice, so they're going to tell you to go fuck yourself. But if you're buying a new car, like, hey, I want to see the invoice on this car. Oh, we can't show you that. Bullshit. It's my fucking right. And you'll see right there what the fuck the dealership buys the car for. Okay, so the sticker on this is $24,500, but you bought it for $22,100. Okay, I want to start there. So anytime I go, I'm like, let me get a G under invoice, and then we're going to start talking about my incentives. So if I got $4,000 of incentives, we're going to start at 21 to knock a G off of that. Plus, I want my fucking $4,000 in incentives, and I'm fucking. And why not?
Yeah.
And all they could tell you is no, we're not going to sell the car at that price. Dealership. All right, go fuck yourself. And somebody will. And at the end of the day, bro, like, these dealerships get fucking paid, dog. Like, they'll blow cars out. Like, when I buy my cars, bro, like, fucking, I'll never fucking pay sticker on anything, bro. Never, bro. And guys, there's guys like, you remember Andrew Munoz?
Yeah.
That dude's a fucking shark. You know what I mean? Like, that dude's he's a great salesperson. Like, those guys, bro, like, you just know your way around shit, dog. And you talk to people, and like I took this one lady and her husband. I sold them a car before, and I had seen her. She's like, "Oh yeah, you're still selling cars?" No, I'm not. Oh, me and my husband want to go buy a fucking truck. I'm like, well, fuck, I'll go with you guys. She's like, really? Like, how much would you charge me? I was like, $300-400, and her husband was like, $300-400. I'm like, bro, I'll save you a lot of money. And that's what I did. I walked in there and go, let me see the invoice of the truck. The invoice of the truck alone was $4,000 in between. So now I'm going to save you 4 G's off the bat. So I told him that, and he was like, oh, fuck. I didn't even know that. I didn't know that. I always went like, I'll take this. Okay, I'll pay that. So $4,000 plus $2,000 in incentives, I'll take that. Boom. I just saved you $6,000.
He probably wanted to give you some extra.
He did. Give him $500.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it blew their mind more than it did mine. Mine, I'm like, cool. Like, you know what I mean? I fucking started a new hustle, but I'm fucking too lazy. But, yeah, dude, like, they were like, I had no idea. I had no idea this. And when you're in the car business, bro, like, it's designed to not fucking let you know that. There's many times where I told people, like, when they'd be like, hey, can I see the invoice? Like, what the fuck's that? The invoice. I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. The last dealership we went to, they told us to ask you for the invoice. I'm like, that's so stupid. That's like a running joke between dealerships. They just wanted you guys to look stupid. Like sending you into AutoZone for blinker fluid. Oh, that guy was an asshole. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, like, I can't buy a car from Honda right now. Like, if I want to buy a car from Honda, you can't. It's illegal. You have to buy it from a dealership, which is ridiculous, right? Like, if I wanted a car from Honda, like, you could buy everything on Amazon or on fucking a website. Like, hey, ship me my fucking car to my house. I'll pay you, Honda, directly. But there's, like, I think it happened because of all the cars that were here in the States more than the ones overseas or whatever. But you can't buy a car directly. You have to buy it from a dealership. Which is kind of weird if you think about it. Yeah. Like, I should just be like, hey, I don't know, I like the Tesla. I just fucking send it to my pad. Cool. Set. Like, I know what I want. I know the series I want. I want what features I want. Shoot it. Like, no, you have to pay them. It's crazy. Like you said, it's set up that way.
Yep. It's crazy, bro. Like, I remember I seen so much shit of that, and then seeing how much money goes into it, bro. Like, there was so much money in the dealerships, bro. Like, oh, how much did we make today? Oh, for $800K. What?
How?
Where? Like, oh, we did $1 million weekend. What? Fuck, you made $1 million? Like, you fools are trying to send me home with 2 G's? Like, like. But some dudes make a lot of money in that, bro. I did all right at first, and then I kind of like, I did what they say. I got ripe. The greener you stay in that business, bro, when you're out there and you start trying to talk price and tell people, oh, it's going to be about this. All right, well, we'll come back. You just fucked yourself. I have no idea, sir. If that's your best bet, I don't know. I don't fucking know. Okay, let's go inside and talk to a manager. He might know. And then it's over. If you're already sitting down, I got you.
Yeah.
Hook, line, and sinker. Get my club out, your little baby seal. And sometimes I get fucked over too because you get somebody like me that goes in there and let me see your invoice, let me see your this, let me see your that. I know my rights. Here you go. You know?
No, I mean that's you win some, you lose some, I guess, right?
Yeah, in every aspect of it, I guess.
No, 'cause I have a few, I guess we both have a few homies that sell cars or used cars. And I've never asked them. I mean, it's your job. You got to do what you got to do. Some people, I have a lot of homies that sell drugs to feed their family. They don't sell drugs to be rich. They just do enough to survive.
I never met a rich drug dealer, dog.
Right? And so people ask me like that. It's not wrong what you're doing. Like, dude, you got to survive. Like, some of these people have kids selling cars. So, like, dude, I got to put food on my kid's plate. Like, I'm going to sell that car no matter what.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, like, oh, your morals or what. I don't care what you think. You're in my situation, you would do the same thing.
Yeah, I had a buddy, rest in peace, man. His name was David Calvillo. He, good kid, bro. You know, a couple years younger than me, and he was selling cars with me over here too. And one day, you know, we're there, and he, you know, your first few months, bro, you're making good money. You're so dumb that you just you end up falling into car deals, and you're making money, and you don't know what the fuck you're doing. And oh fuck! All right, here's a $4,000 check for the month. Like, and this dude quit his fucking job because he felt that it was wrong that he was making more money than his dad.
Damn.
And I'm like, "What are you doing, dog?" Like, and he's like, "No, like I don't feel right. Like I don't. To me, that's not right. Like I'm making more money than my dad." I'm like, "So break bread at the pad, like." You know what I mean? Like, shoot your mom some of that money. Like, here, you need it for the house. Like, pay a couple bills. And he just was, like, fucking totally against it, bro. Like, there was nothing you were going to tell him that he was going to change his mind. He was just completely against that. I tripped out on it.
I'm tripping out right now.
You know what I mean, bro? I'm like, hey, Dad, fuck off. I'm making more money than you. You know, like, but it's I didn't understand it, bro. And maybe it was his upbringing or some shit. His respect for his dad or something, you know, but...
at least fucking... that's what I would have done. Been like, hey, Dad, like, I got the rent this month or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Or, like, what do you want me to pay? Or do you want me to buy you something? Or fucking let's start a saving account for you. Or let's do something. And not like, I don't know.
Yeah. Unless, you never know. His dad could have been the machismo type that...
True.
They're like, well, like, you think you're better than me?
Yeah, true. They didn't take that into account.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that till now, actually.
Oh, but I mean, it's a crazy world, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot of it.
Yeah, what do you think about this fucking this other fucking mass shooting was the Garlic Festival?
One thing I don't like is that it almost becomes like numbers, like 3 people die, and you never think of
the number of people affected by it.
Yeah, the one thing I did see was I think it was a small child,
it's like a 6-year-old boy.
6-year-old boy. Yeah. Okay. His classmates, his teachers, his family, his brothers, his sister. I don't.
Their friends, and then their friends, their families.
It's like that's a human being. That's not number. That's not third person killed or the second person. That's a human being.
Right.
And we're just so fucking used to it that almost when you hear, oh, you know what somebody told me? So lucky it was only 3. It could have been worse. I'm like,
you know what, dude?
Those 3 people fucking. Are not here because of fucking some bullshit.
It's crazy because the other day I was thinking about it, or I was talking to my dad about it or some shit, right? Because I saw Izzy had posted something about it, and it was true, man. It was like, you know, this guy bought the gun legally, came over, cut a hole into the fence, and he was fucking like white supremacist and fucked up kid, you know what I mean? And it's like that goes into my thing about like mental health, bro. Like,
I've been saying it.
You can't blame the guns, dog.
I don't.
Let me ask you this right now, and I'm gonna throw a little surprise out there. How long have we been going right now?
You tell me. Take a guess.
Fuck. It's 1:20 in the morning, almost an hour and a half.
1:22.
Okay.
By far the best guess of that.
Chip on this. I've had my fucking gun sitting right in arm's length for me the whole time, and it hasn't gone off.
No, I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Before you brought it out, what did I say? I don't blame the guns.
Yeah.
I blame how easy it is to get them.
Right. Exactly.
That's what I've said the whole time. Like, dude, I have nothing against guns. I used to have a couple. I told you, the fucking, for people that don't know, somebody was breaking into, not my neighbor, but over the wall or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was just crazy because he was just going over there, breaking into their house, stealing their shit, and like, you could ask Tick, You could ask fucking, not Izzy wasn't living there, but his mom, like, they're like, hey, there's the Asian guy was tripping. It was an Asian cat. He was like, dude, do you guys don't see anything? We're like, nah. He's like, dude, this guy breaks into my house, takes all my electronics, and leaves. So I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
but then he goes into my house. You know, like, I'm all for fucking whatever, but not when my daughter's there. You're not going to fucking, no. By any means, you know? And
absolutely. And I did that just to clear that up. I did that for that reason.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
You're a smart guy. I know what you're doing. I'm not aware of this, right? I'm not aware of this. I didn't know you had it there. But the same thing, before we get into that, I am not against guns.
You're not. I know that.
I think a lot of people, not to say they're jumping ahead, but it's like, okay, guns are killing these people. So they don't, not that they don't think it through, but you almost kind of say, what's the common factor here? What's the...
Right.
Every time there's a mass shooting, what is it? Oh, it's a gun. The gun's the issue. Oh, it's a gun. It's not a knife attack. It's a gun attack. So you say, we need to get rid of these guns, which I don't agree with. I've told you before. Should it be harder to get this?
Absolutely.
We've talked about this numerous times, Stephen. And I've told you, mental health evaluations. But somebody told me a great rebuttal. You have guns. Not you. I'm going to use you as an example because you're my boy and you won't take offense to this. If a psychiatrist were to tell you, hey, Stephen, you're mentally unstable, you shouldn't have guns. I know you. You'd probably be like, oh, fuck, you think that? Okay, I won't have guns. But how many others, millions of others, be like, fuck you, you don't know shit. I'm going to keep my guns.
Right.
You get me? And that's where it becomes an issue because some people, we're all a little fucked up. Everybody's on that spectrum. Some more than
and then
others.
there's like human error, too, where this guy, for whatever reason, is biased. He didn't like the way you looked at him, so he's just going to evaluate you wrong. I get all that shit. But it's like, I think that too many people are too quick to blame the gun and not sit back and think that, hey, it's not the gun's fault. You know what I'm saying? The rounds that are in this gun right now, bro, have been in there probably well over 2 years. They're not toys, dog. You know what I'm saying? I don't fucking take my guns out my backyard and fucking hold it on my hip like a fucking cowboy. Like, I don't feel cool because I have a fucking gun.
Yeah, that I do.
It's a hobby of mine.
Not even mine,
and
dude.
it's fucking expensive, right?
Yeah.
So, for instance, I think the whole ammo shit, it's a fucking piece of shit, stupid. It's fucking their way to make more money. But think about this. Now now I gotta go. Excuse me. Now I gotta go and I have to fucking pay a fee, whatever the price is. I don't even know yet. But you gotta pay this fee to have a second background check. So I already have a firearms card or a safety card that says I can buy them, right? I can buy firearms, but now I gotta pay to have another fucking background check done and then they're gonna log how much ammo I buy. So now that they're making shit harder to do. Like, ammo sales are down. They jumped the fuck up in June because July 1st is they started that law. But you still go to Vegas, bro. How many times did you get stopped coming back from Vegas? Never. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's easy. Either way you look at it, bro, it's easy. Okay? It's not... I'm a firm believer in the best way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. I'm a firm believer in that. Now... we can get into like the whole cops bullshit. I don't want to really get into that. But as far as like a good guy with a gun is somebody who's responsible and knows what the fuck they're doing with the firearm. Now you can't have some dipshit like the fucking guys that are like freedom walkers that walk around and I'm exercising my Second Amendment. No, motherfucker, you look like an idiot walking down the street with an AK. Like, I would fucking stop and point my gun at you. What the fuck are you doing? You know? I don't think that it ever should go that far. You shouldn't be that fucking ignorant, dog. That's ignorant to me. That's, to me, like, you were that kid that fucking goes, hey, what about the homework? You know what I mean? Knowing that he knows you didn't do it.
Yeah.
And the teacher forgot, and he's like, what about the homework? No, don't be that fucking guy. You know, you don't need to fucking walk around with a fucking gun on your head because it's your constitutional right. No, don't do that. Don't make shit more difficult because you're giving them exactly what they want. Okay, that's stupidity. I know it's my right to have this gun. Okay, it's a right. I also know that I could fuck that right up with that gun. If I took that gun right now and just walked down the street and it just so happens the cop pulls me over and I have that gun, boom, they're taking it. And I'm fucked. It's a felony. But it's like, dude, like, some people take shit too far in a sense where they're like, oh, I need to fucking bear arms. And don't get me wrong, bro. Like, there's not a lot of times you're going to catch me without it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to, especially now with my kid, bro, I'm not going to be at fucking Stater Brothers where some fucking nut kid comes in there fucking spraying. And me and my kid are going to get smoked. No, fuck no, dude. If I have to, I'll put the motherfucker down, dog. But I don't want to. I ain't a killer. I ain't a bad motherfucker. I'm not that guy. But it's like some people are so against it, bro. What happens if nobody has them, dog? These dudes, their wish comes true and their guns are outlawed. Nobody has guns. And then some asshole walks into the store with a gun. There's nobody there to stop him. What am I going to do? Throw a fucking loaf of bread at him? Come on, dog. People don't think with open eyes, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it goes both ways. Because I get it, it's a hobby. You know, like you want to shoot a gun, fucking shoot a gun, dude. I like playing golf, go play golf. You like playing pool, go play pool. It's a hobby. Is it dangerous? Yes. There's how many accidental shootings a year? How many times
driving a car is just as dangerous.
But
more people die every year from a car than a gun.
I'd like to look that up because
I could be wrong, but it sounded good.
It sounded good. Yeah. You might be right.
It's kind of like, did you know that more people die from cows every year than sharks?
Well, yeah. How many people?
Come on, bro. But it's like, you know, a shark's so dangerous. Talking a fucking cow just stands there, like.
Well, you know, no. Well, this is just a little bit off the. This is a cool stat. There's no reported attacks on a human by a whale outside of captivity, ever.
Oh.
That's crazy, right? Only like at fucking SeaWorld and shit because they're in a fucking cage. Off, yeah. But anyways, that's a cool stat. Like you said, I try to be open-minded about it. I don't have anything against guns, dude. Not even most. I'd say some of my friends have guns on a daily basis, right? Like, this is where we grew up at. It's rob or be robbed, you know? That was the mentality growing up, at least. It's changed.
Yeah.
But I'm not talking about, you know, good guys with the gun. What happened at Parkland? That officer. He didn't go in there. Good guy with the gun.
Coward. He's a coward.
But that's a good guy with the gun.
Oh, right, I understand that.
That's an example, right? That's not everybody. That's not everybody.
That, yeah.
But I don't think it even... My argument is not with guns or against guns. My argument is always how easy it is to get guns.
Right.
I got a gun, dude. I'm a fucking wetback. I have no fucking paper trail or nothing, and I got a gun. Yeah. And I was like, this was too easy. I didn't tell my parents I had a gun or anything because they'd be like, you know, I was just like... I told... You know, I was like, hey, look... This is a situation. The other people in the house didn't know where the fuck it was. It was just this is in case. As soon as all that shit died down, I was like, I don't need it.
Yeah,
I've been shooting. I've shot with the homies.
Yeah,
some bullshit. Yeah, you know. And I didn't need it. I don't want me personally. That's not for me. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I don't care. You can have a gun, Steven. Your friends can have guns. My friends can have guns. That doesn't affect me. The thing I say always is how easy it is to get guns. People always say...
And I've always agreed with that, too.
Look at Chicago. Look at Detroit. They are anti-guns. It's illegal to get guns there. Look look at all this violence. Because everywhere around there, you could get guns.
Hey, fuck
so, like Vegas, you just go by, come back.
My dad, when I lived in Georgia for a year. I don't know if you remember that or not, but my dad walked in to a fucking pawn shop, bought a gun, walked out the same day with it. At least California, you got to wait. You know what I mean? They got a 10-day wait period. But, you know, they called it like a cooling off period. Like, oh, I'm mad at my wife. I'm going to go buy a gun. You know what I mean? But it's, you're right. It's too easy to legally or illegally access a gun. Cash is king, bro.
Yeah,
and it's never gonna change, dude.
Yeah. And
it's never gonna change. That and then people say, "Oh, until we fuck." No, we're never gonna change it, homie. I'm sorry, but there's no way that if somebody comes up to me right now, like me, like I appreciate what I got. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna shine you. But if somebody just, you know, they have a throwaway at their house or some shit, and somebody's like, "Hey, I'll give you $500 right now for it." That $500 might be looking a little bit better than that gun.
You know, especially if rent's due and you're backed up and you got no food in the fridge.
Or they got to have it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they're coked out or they're tweaked out or whatever. That $500, fuck this gun. I don't need it. I've had it for so long. I never shot it. Take it.
Yeah.
You don't know what that guy's going to do with that.
I don't know the answer. But I think the question is, why do we continue to have so many mass shootings? The Onion is stupid as fuck. I get mad at Rand. You can't
I don't know why he posts that shit. Like, it kind of takes your credibility away.
And I love you, Rand, but the Onion article, they posted, like, they refresh it. The only country where this ever happens does not know what to do about their mass shooting problem. You feel me? Like, okay, so how do we control that epidemic? It's an epidemic, dude.
Oh, yeah.
This shit is... There's drills for this at school. There's
bulletproof backpacks now, bro.
There's fucking... Teachers should be armed. Like, what kind of conversation is that? Like, hey, some teachers should have guns. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Like, teachers should have guns. One of the teachers should be on... What the fuck? We're so used to this.
Yeah.
That, honestly, if there was... I hope not. In the next 2 weeks, there's a fucking mass shooting, we'd be like, oh, fuck. Oh, if 7 people died, we'd be like, sweet, it was only 7 of them. It could have been worse. Like, what the fuck? 7 people just lost their life. Most of the time, it's children. That's a perfect way to say it. Like, it's just like, it could have been worse. Like, no, dude, like...
No, one's bad enough. Or even just the trauma of it. Even if nobody dies, but the trauma, especially kids, bro, like... I would never want my kid to fucking ever experience anything like that. Like,
and that's the thing. That's where I think we'll see change. Parkland, there was these kids on Twitter, like, live streaming the fucking... You could hear the fucking...
Bang, 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 yeah.
That's crazy, dude. We didn't grow up with that. I remember Columbine. I don't remember it, but I remember getting home from school and just seeing, like, over and over on loop, like, there's kids jumping out, like, it was like a second-story window. You were a little younger. Yeah. But I remember seeing this shit and just being like, what the fuck's going on? And they're like, there's a school shooting. And the next day at school, my teacher was like, we got to do, like, an earthquake drill because they didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Back then,
Nobody thought about that.
And it was just like, if we ever get a fucking whatever. And then as we got older, you just Sandy Hook.
You got to remember, too, like...
Parkland.
The humanity in it, right? As far as, like, what we were saying, like, good guy with the gun, that cop that couldn't do it. Especially when they're kids. How do you tell? I mean, I don't know. I'm with and against what I'm about to say. How do you tell? Like, okay, Hector, you're a cop, right? Let's say you're a cop. You know what your sworn duties are. Blah blah blah. You need to fucking take out the threat regardless. But it's a fucking 11-year-old kid.
Oh yeah.
What are you gonna do? And you got a daughter at home that's 4. Yeah. Eventually, she's going to hit 11.
Yeah.
And that's all you're going to see. How do you tell that guy, hey, you need to fucking blow that kid away? And it's like, some might, you're going to get some guys that are, I don't give a fuck, I'll fucking do this and I'll fucking do that. But chances are you probably won't when you're put in that situation, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could probably sit here and say the same thing. I'll just fucking go, one fucking bullet take out that fucking kid and I save these other few hundred. It might be easy to say that, dog, but
in that moment,
yeah, I mean, yeah.
I understand that because look at what happens with the soldiers. They have to, not have to, but they go over Afghanistan and they're fighting children sometimes, and yet they come back all fucked up because they had to do it for the greater good, right? Quote unquote greater good, defeat evil. And yet they come back. It's a mission. You complete the mission. Yeah. Yet they come back and they're not the same person. A lot of them fucking PTSD is a real thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it doesn't just happen from war. You know what I mean? But that's like another thing. We're so worried about everything else that's going on. About what we're gonna do about all these people or immigrants or any other dumb shit. Fucking, let's raise the prices on gas. So we're gonna tell you we're gonna fix your fucking roads again, but we're not. What about like homelessness, bro? Like, dude, I get so annoyed when I see all these fucking celebrities and shit that especially when it's countries that they're not from. Like Akon went to Africa and like brought electricity there. Yeah. Like, I think that's fucking dope, dog. Like, great shit. Yeah, because that's where you're from. That's where your roots are. But when you get people that go to different countries and they fucking go over there and they start benefits and they start doing all this other shit over there, but it's like, dude, what about the kids here? What about kids here? What about fucking all the homeless people here?
That's socialism.
You know what I mean? Like it's
No, I get it. It's just a great meme because, it's like, let's fix this country first, right? And it's like, that's social. Like, no, let's not do that then. That's just a great meme that's been floating around the last few weeks. But I get what you're saying. And I'm okay. Okay. Personally, this is what I say. In order to change the world, you got to change the world around you. In order to change the world around you, you got to change yourself, right? So, okay, why can't we do both? So I'm not saying to like argue with you, but I just mean like there's certain countries where they don't have water, they don't have whatever.
Right.
Okay, let's set aside some time for that, some effort, some energy, some money. But also, okay, homelessness, what's the issue here? Drug rampage, opioids. Okay, maybe we should stop fucking manufacturing this billion-dollar industry in Florida. Like literally, like the clinic was next door to the pharmacy. Like you just go in, hey, I need this, bam, go next door and they give you this. Like that's profit. You don't give a fuck about their back pain. You don't give a fuck about anything. You're just trying to make a quick dollar. And yet, if a drug dealer did that, he'd be in fucking doing life. Like look how many people you affected. Yet a corporation does it, and it's just like, oh, that's cool. That's the bottom line.
Because you have a fucking piece of paper that calls you a doctor.
Exactly.
Or, no, that was wrong to say that. But a piece of paper that fucking says you can do it.
No. Like, okay, homelessness, mental health. Okay, maybe we should start opening up more mental health facilities. Yeah. Incentivize therapists, psychologists, all these people to want to pursue that career, make it worth their while, right? Make them more money. Yeah. If they're dealing with all these kind of things on a daily, they should get paid more. Mm-hmm. I'm okay with that. I think everybody else would agree. We're going to get homeless people off the street. Why? Because they're being diagnosed. Some pills are good, right? There's a lot of them that aren't. If you know how to take them, whatever, like you get a headache, take a couple pills, you feel better. Cool, stop. Yeah, some people abuse anything, right? They'll abuse anything. But if these people, schizophrenic, fucking depression, whatever mental illness they have, if there's a facility for them, where's the money going to come from those $1 trillion we're spending at war? The money's there. We're just not using it the right way.
It's not being allocated to the right places.
If you start fucking opening up these places, getting them off the street, more importantly, getting them help, you're going to stop seeing that. Some people have episodes where they just kind of like a drug addict, like relapse, and then just a lot of times people go clinically depressed for like a year, and after a traumatic event, somebody died, car accident, tough loss in the family, fucking went from 6 figures to making no money. These things affect people in different ways. So if they could just check in, and I think the stigma's not there like it used to be. Some people would just, hey, dude, I need some help. So now they're not living on the street. Yeah. You get them back on their feet like prison. Like prison should be, I think technically, it's for like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like rehabilitation. And no, it's not.
No, it's not. Because you know what it is, bro? Is a lot of them, like, they come out and it becomes all they know. It becomes like the way that they want to live now.
Yeah, well, because it's for profit. Yeah. You're in there to make that company money. You're not in there to get better. You're not in there to become a better person, to learn from your mistakes. Right. You're in there to make some money for that corporation, and they don't give a fuck about you. You're just a number. Literally are a number.
Yeah, because they put one on your shirt. Yeah.
And I think it all boils down to the same thing. Follow the money. I don't consider myself like to be knowing everything. I just try to educate myself. These type of conversations, when it first started, me, you, Iran, Izzy, a few other people, Jay, fucking Ernie. Yeah. I remember there was threads with like hundreds of comments, right? Yeah. And so some of the things you said resonated with me, right? Izzy agreed with. Iran, I kind of agree with. So, we went back and forth. Yeah. That's all I told you. Now that all 3 of you have been on here, I'm going to get all 4 of us together. Just talk like this. Yeah. Same shit, but just, we're all homies. And so it made me not better my argument, but look into it. Like, okay, I need to be aware of what's going on, because how am I going to have a comment on this without knowing it? And not that I didn't know anything about it, but just kind of like, okay, let me see what else I could learn from this. And I didn't go. I don't care about guns, dude. Yeah. Fuck, dude. The homies will hide it in the car seat. You get me? Yeah. Like, so I just think like, okay, to me, it starts with mental health. There's a lot of issues out there. A lot of people dealing with a lot of different shit. Yep. It literally means everybody on this earth is on the spectrum somewhere. Some of them are way out there. Some of them are not at all. But you're still on the spectrum. From 0 to 100, you might be a 1, but you're a 1. Nothing will ever affect you in that type of way. You will never need any type of... And some people have a bad day and they go to like a 40. Like, oh, fuck. They're ready to kill somebody. Yeah. They'll never act on it, but they were ready to. Yeah. And some people just live at a 15. Some people live at an 85. I don't know what that range is. Maybe from 70 on, hey, guys, maybe you get some help. And if we can help those people, now they're not on the streets. Yes, there's going to be drug addicts. Yes, there's going to be all that. People that exploit the system. But that's with anything. There's fucking people that exploit welfare. There's people that exploit the school system. People that exploit work. People that clock in, don't do shit for 8 hours and go home. You probably work with the few. I work with the few. They exploit anything.
They say it's like we were talking about earlier, like the whole taxes thing. Look at fucking people that like don't really work. Dog. You don't really work. You're not making that much money. But how the fuck are you bringing home during tax season 9, 10, 12 grand?
Yeah.
You didn't even make that. Like, how the fuck does that happen? Like,
they find a way.
And I always say, bro, you can't knock your fucking hustle on that shit. It is what it is, dog. 1 + 1 always equals 2. The government fucked up. You got one on them. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
And the thing is, a corporation does it like, and that's what I always go back to. Like, a corporation will do that, and nobody will bat an eye. Everybody knows that Amazon didn't pay, and yet everybody on social media is tripping out about the guy making 4 or 5 G's, cheating the system, right? Yeah. But yet nobody says, hey, well, Amazon cheated for like a couple $100 million. Like, they should be paying something. That's fucking new roads every year.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. Like, that's less traffic.
That's less traffic. That's
yeah.
You know, universal health care. Where are we going to get this money? Yeah, we just went up.
But we're giving all these people breaks.
Yeah.
And the money that they could be paying every year in taxes could be going...
exactly. What I mean? So, it's a great conversation we had. But there's so much to get into.
Yeah.
I don't know the answers, man. I just feel like it. Not you. It makes certain people feel uncomfortable. Like, I don't want to talk about that. I don't know enough. Like, no, neither do I. Yeah. But I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to be more informed. So the day when I have a conversation with someone like you that knows their shit, I could be like, well, this is why I think this, Steven. I'm not saying I'm right. I always tell people I don't think I'm right about these things. It's just the way I see it.
Yeah.
This is the information that's been presented to me, and I interpret it this way.
Yeah. And see, like, that's the thing. Like I'll be the first to tell you, bro, I don't look into shit, bro. Like, if I see it on the news one day or whatever, or I happen to come across it on the internet, like, all right, cool. Like, I know, like, Izzy does a lot of research on shit, you know, because there's a lot of times where, like, I'll say something and Izzy will hit me with, like, look, like, here's the proof in the pudding of what you're saying is wrong, or, you know, you might just have it twisted a little bit. Oh, fuck. Cool. All right, appreciate that. Like, now I know. I was wrong on this aspect or whatever.
And that's something, we talked about this, I don't know when, but we would say, like, fucking Kanady is an open-minded, smart person, you know, because there's a lot of smart people that are closed-minded. Like, they're set in their beliefs. Like, no, this is this. Because
Elon.
Yeah, no.
That motherfucker gets like that. Dude, fuck you, Elon. You know you do.
I can't wait for you guys to... That's going to be a great episode. That's going to be a good episode.
That dude, he's smart, bro. He's fucking smart, dog. But I think sometimes, like, he fucking, like, says dumb shit. You know what I mean? And he's, like, won't, like, he'll bring all his facts, right? And let me, here's my fucking point. Here's my supporting fucking... Here's everything to support my point. Okay, now here's mine. Nope. You're wrong. Well, how am I fucking wrong? You know what I mean? And then, like, you know, we've talked about it before. You know what I mean? And it's just he strongly believes shit. You know what I mean? And I can't knock him for that because I'm the same way. Like, when it comes to like gun rights and shit like that, I strongly believe in my shit, and he strongly believes in the way he wants it. You know, but he was like when those arguments are going on, he was very close minded. And Izzy was at first too, and then when we started talking about it, then it was like, me and Izzy were starting to come to an understanding. How we did right now, like I'm talking about, like, you know, all the guns and yeah, it's not so much the guns, it's the accessibility of them.
Yeah, which we both agree with. Right. And I mean, and that I know a lot of listeners because they tell me they listen to every episode and they send me feedback and all that. I know they're gonna be like, you should have pressed harder on it. I'm like, but this is what I believe.
Yeah,
I don't hate guns, dude. I personally don't. I have friends that go shooting at, I don't know what canyons it is, but you know, where you could just shoot whatever. I'm like, dude, good for them. That's their hobby. That's what they do for fun. Fuck it. Like, literally, they're not hurting anybody.
Right.
Like, they're shooting fucking, what targets. Yeah. So I'm like, dude, how does that affect me?
Right.
I don't think they're going to go to, like, when we go out drinking, they're going to be like, oh, look at my gun. You know, they're not those type of people.
Yeah.
And that's what I think.
Those are the type of people that don't need to have guns.
Exactly. And So my thing is, how do we make it not impossible? Because some of those people, fuck it. There's a few bad apples. Some of those people probably should have guns. They're a little fucking stupid. You don't need to be carrying your shit. But it should be harder. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, we should look into the mental health. I think nationwide, I think it's just like everybody's a little fucked up. The more I talk to people, the more people tell me like, oh, I got a primo that did this. I got a whatever. My aunt, everybody's a little fucked up. Everybody either knows somebody or has a family member or work with somebody that had some type of like mental illness. And a mental illness does not mean, it's not like a deformity. It's not, it's part of human nature.
Right.
Like if you look into autism, which I kind of have been lately just because people have been bringing it up, they say back in the day, they used to make great hunters because they loved being isolated. I'm talking like fucking back in the day, 10, 15,000 years ago, right? They used to love being isolated and just wander off into the woods by themselves and just come back with like a fucking meal for the fucking whole tribe and be like, what the fuck? Like, because they do things in their own way.
So they're tracing autism back to way back then?
Yeah. Because, I mean,
it's pretty interesting.
These things aren't new.
It's pretty interesting that, like, that to me...
Thank you.
Yeah, you will. That to me, it becomes a point in the argument about...
vaccinations?
Yeah.
It's another great thing. Talk to Albert about it. I think you probably went through the same thing. There's some sort of test. They test for Down syndrome, right? Like for your child. They're going to do that for autism. So think about it. This might... Nah, I don't want to say that, so okay.
Well, but I think I know where you're going with it. So, test... The only reason you test for something like that is to end it before it happens.
Yeah.
So, how do you sit there... You know what kind of stress I put on my wife, bro? Like, they do two things, right? So, I think one's through blood.
Yeah.
Another one, they measure the size of the neck or some shit. And, bro, it's like, Kaiser is so fucking quick to, like, push it, bro. Like, abortion. Like,
really?
Yeah. So, like, I think she knew somebody there or something that they, their test came back positive for Down syndrome. And Kaiser was like, you know how hard it's going to be, this and that. Like, and I'm like, wait a minute. Instead of, like, encouraging somebody and then, like, giving them the tools that they need to take care of somebody with a disability, you're going to fucking sit there and tell these fucking people, hey, let's fucking nip it in the bud now. And then in a couple months, you guys could try it. No, motherfucker. Like, how do you do that to somebody, dog? And it goes, it's all money, bro.
Yeah.
It's all fucking money.
But, they asked us if we want to do the test. We did the blood test. Yeah. We're like, yeah. And right off the bat, we're like, you still cool with it? Like, no matter what happens, like, we're good. Like, this is going, this is going to happen. And my point being, if the baby's in the womb, there's no vaccinations, right? If they tell you, hey, this baby's going to be autistic, how the fuck is it vaccinations? Like, I love that saying. You keep saying 1 + 1 = 2. Like, it cannot be vaccinations. I don't think autism is a bad thing. I don't think there was a study.
So it's a little bit harder to take care of a kid. I mean, I can't now. Let me take that back, bro. I'll take that back because I don't know. I was gonna say
I don't know personally. I don't know anybody that's autistic or that has had an I've read stories on the internet. I've read pamphlets at the hospitals, the clinics, all that stuff. But I've never interacted with not even a parent, a sibling, a coworker with somebody that's autistic. I'm going off the internet. You can't believe everything on the internet, right?
Yeah, I feel bad for saying that, but
no. I get what you're saying. People have heard you. People will understand you. You're not.
Yeah.
They won't take it out of context.
Yeah.
But point being, if a person is autistic, it's not the end of the world.
Right.
There's.
That's more of what I was getting.
Yeah. So, how is it vaccinations? You get me? Going back to that.
Like I don't understand, and I don't know. Like, I haven't. Excuse me. I haven't really looked in. Like I said, I don't look into shit, bro. Like, I'm one of those, like we were talking about earlier. Like, I don't look into shit on purpose. I don't want to fucking know. You know, like, the less I know about shit like that, like, the less I'm worried. Okay, so, like, now with my son, bro, like, I think of shit, like, my mom, like, super traditional Mexican, like, you're fucking teething, like, fucking dip her finger in the tequila and fucking rub it on your gums. Fucking, I never had baby food. I went from the fucking tit to fucking rice and beans.
Yeah. Same.
And it fucking
Same with
shows.
my daughter.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
Sam's Club over here.
Yeah.
Sexy ass Mexicans.
I don't know, bro. Like, I'm like, yeah, fuck. I had my vaccinations. I think I'm all right. You know what I mean? Like, my son's gonna get his vaccinations, and then now, like, don't you have to fucking have them to go to school?
Yeah. And
So it's like, I don't know, bro. My son, knock on wood, is going on 6 months, bro, and he's been like barely sick once. You know, knock on wood. Happiest fucking baby I've ever seen in my life, bro. Kid's always laughing, smiling.
handsome baby boy.
Sexy son of a bitch, bro. Like, I tell him too, and it's funny because I'll say like, oh, yeah, all the bitches, huh, pops? And he just starts laughing, bro. He just starts laughing. Obviously, he don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah. No,
my
but
blonde
he
hair,
loves
blue
hearing,
eyes.
loves hearing your voice.
Yeah.
Trust me. Like they. I remember getting home when she could crawl. She started crawling. She didn't crawl for long. She was from like sitting up. She started walking fairly fast, and like when I get home, like, crawl towards me like they don't have words. I could express my happiness, right? I'm like, fuck yeah, yes, hell yeah, whatever my words are. With them, it's like noisy, like
Yeah.
They do like
Yeah, they tense up and shake. And
when she started walking, like I'd pull up in the car and like she would just the sound of it, she'd come out like a baby Godzilla, you know, like losing their balance. And it's the best, dude. I have those videos recorded, you know. And I remember like this was she's about to be 4 in 2 weeks. So 4 years back, right? The vaccination thing was like the craze. And people tell me, "Are you gonna vaccinate?" I'm like, "The fuck you mean?" Like, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I don't know shit. I just do my research. I look into things like that just because I was like, what if, you know, like Raymond said, like, I'm asking these questions, right? Because you're like, I want what's best for her. So if you get a vaccination, you might die sometimes. That's just like anything. If right now we drive to the liquor store, we might die. Somebody might.
Yeah.
It is so fucking uncommon, but yet that's what they bring up. Because sometimes it's the nurse, dude. Even as clean as steroids, everything they are, sometimes the needle's dirty. Yeah. And they'll poke you with some shit they shouldn't have. Sometimes they'll fucking poke the wrong spot and you will die. Like 1 in a million. Yeah. But that one story is the one that makes the headlines and like vaccines killed this person. I forget the exact number, so I'm going to use an example, right? Because I don't use the wrong number at all. Every year, the number of people that get the flu shot, right? Influenza. Mm-hmm. I brought this up before. You get the flu shot. Some people that get that shot will die. It's not because they got the flu shot. That flu would have, instead, if they didn't get the flu shot, they would have died when the fucking actual flu got to them.
Right.
Their immune system is weak. So they just died a little earlier.
Right.
Thousands upon thousands of people that don't get the flu shot die from the flu that same fucking year. Yeah. Nobody talks about that. They talk about the few couple hundred that died from the flu shot.
Yeah. Because when you get the flu shot, they're just giving you
They're giving you the flu. They're giving you the flu so that your body
fights it.
If your body sucks, you're going to die anyways. But
that's good. That's a good way to put it.
No, okay, your immune system.
No, but it is what it is, you know.
And it doesn't take a lot of... Don't quote me on the exact numbers. I don't know the exact numbers. I should honestly carry a journal about like these kind of stats because they come up, right? But point being, thousands and thousands of people die from the flu that didn't get the flu shot. And a few couple hundred die that did, and that's the one that makes the headlines.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, but that's where we are in society today. What makes a headline is what gets shared. What gets shared most people don't even fucking read the article they share. They just clickbait, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Share it, and then don't read it, and then...
then they're like, wait, what the fuck did you post? Oh, it said this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not what... I know what you mean.
Just not to throw anybody under the bus, because it's happened a few times. Different people from different walks of life. Somebody shared something, and so I just clicked it, because it was clickbaity, and it did catch my eye. And I read it, and the headline was contradicted in the same article that they posted. So I just, copy paste, and I posted in the comments. They're like, where did you get that from? I'm like, from the article. This article says that the article says in the article that the headline is bullshit. That's not what they mean by what they're reporting.
Yeah.
And another thing is, I always use baseball as an example, because that's what I know. I do fantasy baseball. Numbers, data, could be manipulated. Steven, I could tell you you're a 3 for 10 hitter. You're average. You're doing all right. You're literally whatever. Or I could say 7 out of 10 times you're getting out. You're kind of bad.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking numbers.
Yeah.
The same information, just represented 2 different ways. If I tell you 50% of whatever X amount of people over this age will die this year, you'd be like, oh, fuck, that's a lot. If I say 50% of the people this age above will live, you'd be like, that's good. They're doing something right. It's just the way they present you data, the way we make this misconception in our mind. We jump to a conclusion by the way the words they use, the numbers they use. And a lot of us, myself included, are oblivious to this unless you kind of, oh shit, that's true.
Yeah.
If I tell you 4 times out of 5, you're going to catch a red light. Now you're thinking oh fuck, I did catch a red light all the time. Yeah. I did catch a red light. Think about it, most of the time, it's 1/3, no matter what it is. Well, honestly, a little less, because yellow's not that long.
Yeah.
But you should be about, 40, and 20% of the time. And if I tell you half the time you're going to get a red light, now it's in your head, so you're thinking it's red all the time. And so you won't think about the green times. You'll be like, okay, that's 1 out of 4. That's 2 out of 6. You're always looking for the confirmation bias. And I don't know psychology, but I always talk about it. I read up on that type of shit, because it's all numbers.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I never, like I said, man, I never really dug on looking into all that shit, all political shit. I don't I'll be the first to tell you, dog. I don't really vote. I don't vote, dog, and more so, not because, like what I said earlier, not because it's I don't think your vote matters. That's besides the point. I think more so is it would be irresponsible of me to vote when I don't give a fuck. It's not not that I don't give a fuck, but when I don't know. I don't know, you know what I mean? So it's how am I going to vote for Bernie if I don't know and I don't look into his shit? And how am I going to vote for these dickheads if I don't know and I don't look into their shit?
Just how you love your Second Amendment, you should love your right to vote. Because there's a lot of countries today's day and age where you still can't vote. Where you fucking females can't vote, half the fucking world. Where you should say, okay, even if my vote doesn't matter, if that's your mentality, which I used to have that mentality. I can't vote. I can't fucking vote. I'm a wetback. I used to have them tell you, your vote doesn't matter.
Just tell me what you want me to vote for.
No, not me. No, you're your own person. Although we're homies and all that, we might not see eye to eye. And I mean, people tell me, why do you talk politics? That's one of those things you shouldn't talk. Dude, I love talking politics. I'm not going to walk out of here and be like, well, Steven, fucking whatever. We could talk religion, and I'm not going to think nothing different of you because I know the person you are.
Right.
When me and Ollie we talked about some fucking... I used to be very religious, and now I'm not. And now he's very religious, and we have different set of views. Still my fucking dog.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I love these type of conversations. I still love the bullshit-ass ones.
Yeah.
But like this, people get to see... people on the other side, because people that are listening to this right now, most of them, not to say that you're wrong or that I'm right, are going to agree with me because that's why they like listening to this shit. Because they're like, oh, yeah, we believe the same shit. But I'm like, nah, I want to have not just conservatives, but like Republicans,
yeah,
people that are religious, just because I think it makes for a better conversation than if I just have people that I agree with all the time. Like, oh yeah.
Then it's boring. Then it's the Hector show. You know what I mean? It's fucking. There's no diversity. There's nobody challenging anybody's fucking thought process.
And I'm open. I don't come here trying to change your mind, and I don't think you come here to change my mind.
Right.
I'm here to talk to my boy and hear you out why it is that you believe these things. At the end of the day, break it down. You love your family. I love my family.
Yeah.
You love the Yankees. I love the Braves. You're a hardworking man that provides for your family. I'm a hardworking that provides for my daughter. We're the same person, two different bodies. Oh, there's a few tangibles that we don't agree with.
Right.
That's how every person is. You know, if we were all the same, it'd be fucking boring. If we were all like, oh yeah, you know, that's why opposites attract. Like in relationships, if you had somebody that you just fucking the same thing every day, be like, fuck, this is boring. Feel me?
Fuck no. If I want to get down with my wife all the time, I might square the fuck up. No, she'll fuck me up though. That's one thing, bro. I'm grateful for, bro. Like, my wife's awesome, bro. Like, went to school, you know, graduated from Cal State LA, bro, and she just got picked up with the county recently. Social worker.
Nice,
bro. Like some of the shit she tells me, bro. Like she can't really get into too much detail, you know. But I fucking. It sucks, dude. Like, some of these families are going through some shit. And it's like, fuck. You know, my only worry for her is, like, having to bring that shit home sometimes, you know. Because she's human, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I always tell my wife, my wife's a protector, man. And I always tell her, like, you got to remember why you're doing the job, why you wanted to do that job in the first place, you know what I mean? And she's the type of person where she don't give a fuck about you. But if you're doing your kid wrong... she's going to be like, no, fuck you. Like, I'm going to protect the kid. And that's why I tell her, like, that's why this job is good for you, you know, because it's like, as adults, man, we know right and wrong for the most part. You know what I mean? We know right and wrong. And there's some out there that are just stupid, you know what I mean? And they shouldn't reproduce, but they do. But for the most part, I think adults, they know right from wrong. And if they, you know, doing dumb shit, and it's not just like the first thing that comes to people's minds, like sexual abuse. You know, it's not always just that, dog. Mental abuse and emotional abuse is a real thing for kids. You know, kids are fucking sponges and they're so soft, bro. And they don't know. You know what I mean? Like, how would it be, bro, if you just switched it up and bam, now you're a fucking dickhead to your daughter? Whoa, what the fuck? Baby girl's heart would be broken. You know what I mean? Like crying, like my dad. You know, now you're fucking her up. Now she's gonna have a complex about something. Now she's, you know what I mean? And that's what my wife sees, bro. And I'm like, dude, like, that is like some of these fucking, that goes back to what I was saying, like some of these fucking people, like, how you gonna be so selfish, bro, to like make a kid go through some shit like that? You know, and I just, you know, I tell her, like, you know, I'm proud of you for doing what you do. Not a lot of people could do that job.
I was gonna say, I couldn't do that.
Not a lot of people can, bro. I mean, so many people, it was almost like they were trying to deter her from doing it. You know, they were like, you know, oh, I know somebody, and they did it, and they, you know, they had to quit because it was so stressful, and, you know, oh man, you're gonna be so this, and then she's like, you really think I'm like, baby, you'll be fine. Like, you're not, you know, everybody's different, dog. You know what I'm saying? You might, like, for me, for instance, when I got my job with the Department of Water and Power, bro, part of my interview was digging a fucking hole. I was so out of shape, dude. I'm digging this fucking hole, my body's just shutting down. I'm in so much pain, bro, but I'm pushing through because I really wanted this job. I'm like, you know, and you start to think in your head, damn, is this fucking job for me? Like, dude, can I do this shit every fucking day? But I fucking sucked it up and I did what I had to do and I got the job. And then you realize like, it's not always that bad. That's worst case scenario. And that's what I tell my wife, bro. Like, she had a really bad day today. You know, and I'm telling her, like, hey, you got to brush that shit off. You got to remember why you're doing that.
Clean slate tomorrow.
Yes. Remember why you're doing that. Remember why you accepted this job. Remember why you went to school and this is what you wanted to do. You're a protector. You want to help these kids. Then do that. That's fine.
I mean, hats off to them because you only hear stories of, like, you know, coming from the community we come from, right? That, oh, they took my kids.
Yeah.
And nobody asks, like, why? You know, nobody says, you know, like, oh, the government took my kids or whatever. And it's like, What did you do wrong for them to
Yeah.
take them? I'm sure there's a few bad stories. A few people got caught up in the wrong situation. Maybe they're renting a room from somebody that's selling dope and shit, and they really had nothing to do with it. But then they take the kids. And the thing is, you try to give people the benefit of the doubt, right?
Yeah.
If you could get them back right away or whatever, then you're like, oh shit, she wasn't lying, she wasn't wrong. But when it's like repetitive and you hear about it and they're in a foster home for fucking 6 years or whatever, and I almost feel like, you know, I don't have any experience with this, so I'm almost talking out of place. But like, I don't think anybody would just be like, hey, well, fuck you, I'm gonna take your kids.
Right. And that's the thing that she said.
Had to be warranted, right?
Yeah. It's like, now there's certain circumstances with like drugs and shit like that's involved, or like, you know, sexual abuse, stuff like that. I don't know, don't quote me on it, but I'm sure she'll agree. Like, that's probably one of the times that they just fucking snatch them. Like, there is no warning. You know what I mean? But, you know, like I know she was telling me, she's like, it's not like what a lot of people think. A lot of people think that it's, you know, they're there just to take people's kids away and shit. Like, they offer a shitload of services, bro, that I didn't know about. She was telling me, like, yeah, you know, if you got a drug problem, if you have a drug problem and shit, instead of we're going to take your kids away, it's like, hey, in lieu of taking them away, you need to go to a fucking program and get better, and we're going to show you how to do that. And then if you don't do that, we're going to take your fucking kids. You know? Kind of like, you know, light a fire under your ass to get better, you know? No. They offer parenting classes. Like I said, there's people that shouldn't reproduce but do, and they don't know any better. County fucking offers that shit so they can, you know, go and fucking learn how to parent, you know, the way I mean, I always say, like, my dad has always said, you know, there's no fucking handbook for it.
No, and you know what's crazy? Not too long ago, I was talking to people about, like, what do they consider a good parent? And then they were like, oh, it's because you want us to say everything you're doing. I'm like, no, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, right? I'm doing my best. I'll say it over and over again. I'm doing my best. Even I fuck up. Like I said, I shared the story earlier. Like, I made her cry inadvertently. I would never want to.
Right.
You don't want to see your kid cry.
Right.
You don't want to be the reason behind those tears. Yeah. So I was just asking, like, I wish there was a program, like, you know, where, like, dads could get better. Because maybe I don't know it now.
Yeah.
But in 10 years, she'll tell me, like, Dad, you should have never done this. Or you should have never played fucking dolls with me. I don't know what the fuck. I played dolls with her because who else is going to play dolls with her? So I play dolls with her. We have fucking tea parties. She has a kitchen. And she cooks for me, and she fucking brings me dinner with him. What if it's like, oh, the machis? I don't know what the fuck. You know, like, in 10 years, this is all wrong. How the fuck do I know? You know, I'm winging it. So I was asking, like, I wish there was a class for, like, dads to be able to go and be like, hey, this works for me. Because I know a few things that have worked for me. I'll share this story. I've never hit her hand. Never hit her. I would grab her hand, like, here, and I would, like, here, right? Put your hand here. When she was small, 2, 3. And then I would hit myself here, like on my wrist, right? It sounded loud. She would start crying. I'd be like, Papi doesn't want to hit you, Mommy. Like, don't do that again. Never hit her. And so now I just be like, baby. And then somebody told me, well, you're kind of like programming her to be scared of like physical pain. I was like, oh, fuck. I would tell everybody that story because I thought I did something great. And now they're like, well, it might not even be that big of a deal because when she misbehaves, I'll be like, baby. And I'll put my hand and she'll just stop, right? It's like a conditioning for her not to misbehave. Never hit her. But in her mind, she thinks like, oh, fuck, he's going to hit me. So I won't. And then so I got to thinking, what the fuck did I do? Maybe I fucked her up without knowing it. So I'm like you said, that program about parenting, I'm like, dude, why is it a bad thing to look out for information on how to be better?
Right.
You know? When a good baseball player wants to be better.
Yeah.
A good chess player is looking for fucking competitiveness to be better. Why can't I'm not saying I'm a good dad, but why can't a dad be like, hey, I want to be a better dad? I went to that fucking website, thefirst5.com, first5.org. You know, you see it on the freeway.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
See, that's not a bad thing, though. That's not, to me, that's nothing like to like feel like ashamed about. I think that's good that you did that because if we can, no matter what it is in life, you can always be better at it. You know what I mean? And if you're looking to be a better father to your daughter, that's admirable to me, bro. Like, that's something that, you know, that's something that later on in life, you know, you're telling that story to your daughter. She's fucking, you know, teens or a little older or some shit. And you tell them, like, yeah, there was this fucking website, and, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing as a dad, so I looked it up, and, oh, that's cute, Dad, like...
For those of you listening, if you use Reddit, there's a subreddit called Daddit, DADDIT. I go on there from time to time just because, like, people share their stories about their kids, right? Like, he took his first steps. And... Not that, I mean, I have homies that are parents, right? Obviously, some of them on their second, third, fourth kid. But sometimes you don't know what to share. Like, to me, when she started walking, I was like telling everyone, dude, she just took her first steps. And some people were like, oh, cool, yeah, all babies walk. And you're like, bitch, don't rain on my parade. Like, my baby took her first fucking steps today. And I was there to see the first actual steps. Not like, hey, you should have seen her. She walked, and then you see, like, the second or third
look at this video.
I was there for her first steps, which to me was like, oh. And so I had already, like, heard about this place, so I just went there, and I was like, hey, I don't know if it's a big deal to some of you, but to me, she just took her first steps, and all I got was love, bro. Everybody was like, that's so fucking awesome. I remember, and everybody shares their story, right? And I was just like almost a sense of community, but my point being, like, there's avenues for those that want to look into it, you feel me? Because I don't go there every day, dude. Like, I don't. It's like anything, I don't go check the fucking Braves record every day. I check it like on Sunday, and I know they went fucking 5-2 this week, so I know where the record's at. I don't need to be like, oh fuck, So just one of those things where, like, some days are tougher than others, and you go there and you read people's stories, and like, oh, her first fart, like, in what she threw up on me today at the fucking food court, and you're just like, I remember that time that happened to me too, and it just, to me, it almost feels like. I know I could talk this with the homies, but sometimes their kids aren't in the same age group.
Right.
And you can't really be like, hey, like, oh, do you remember did she ever do this? Because I do ask the homies for advice. I have great homies. You have great homies. We have some great homies. You are a great homie to me, too.
Likewise.
So you kind of, hey, did this ever happen to your kid? Or did you ever whatever? Like, they'll be like, oh, yeah, it might be an ear infection. Like, at that age, oh, shit. You go to the doctor, it's a fucking ear infection. Like, this motherfucker knows because he's been through it twice. And he went through the same issue. You feel me? So it's like we're all helping each other out.
Right.
And it's all like, fuck. I want all the homies to succeed, and I want their kids to succeed in the future. Ozzy was talking about that. Like, most of my friends' kids aren't that old yet, where I could be like, oh, fuck. Well, he was talking about some of his friends, like, badass football player, badass whatever. I was like, damn, that's going to be dope as fuck. I mean, like, I right off the top, I was like, she's not getting no participation trophy. Like, she's not going to be in one of those leagues. She's going to be a fucking... If you lose, you lose. Like, losing sucks, baby, right? Yes, it does, Daddy. I'm crying in the backseat. Yeah, we're going to go practice right now because we don't want to feel this. I don't want to see you lose because that hurts me to see you cry, And that's my mentality. I know everybody's not going to agree with it today's day and age, but I want her to be able to be, like, stronger for it, better, work harder for it. Like, not, like you said... That work ethic, the drive, everything's handed to you, dude. You don't strive for more. You just, and so, to me, that's what kind of like, I want her to be better, so I got to be better. Mm-hmm. I lost my train of thought, but I think I just
I get what you're getting. I get what you're getting at, and it's good. All
right, man, dude, this was fucking awesome, Steven.
It was great catching, man. We got it all figured out.
Okay, just so for the listeners, me, Rand, Steven, Izzy, we're all really good friends. It's all love.
Yeah.
We're going to do one soon as this publishes. I got to get a couple episodes in, give you some time to reflect on your thoughts, hear it, listen to it. Izzy, Iran, time to kind of like, hey, all right, what are we going to talk about? We're not going to have an agenda to be like, this is what we're going to touch on.
Yeah.
We're going to probably have a beer, shoot the shit for 30 minutes, and then whatever the conversation leads to, it's going to lead to. It's not going to get ugly. It's all love. It might get a little heated. I'm not going to lie because, fucking something's... Yeah, but we're all fucking homies. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But just so I could be like, yo, Izzy, fucking, I don't know, October or fucking November, this is what we're going to do. Let you know, let Iran know.
Set it up.
We'll set it up so it's all kind of... Everybody has time to, I don't know what fucking else is going to happen between now and then.
Yeah.
But just, so we had gathered our thoughts. I might have some scraps of paper with some stats that I want to bring up type of shit. I just want to kick it with the boys. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
But any shout outs or anything you want to do for?
Man, I mean, shit. For you, man, shout out to you for doing this podcast, man, and following through with it. It's pretty cool to see all the followers you got now, and like you said, like the responses and everything you get, all the feedback you're getting, man, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty dope. I got to shout out, of course, my wife, man, fucking texting me right now, but
2:15 a.m. This is real,
Yeah.
People say like, you really recorded that late? I'm like,
yeah.
I got off work at 11 and I drove straight here.
Shit, man, just everybody we talked about today, man, the guys, dude, you know what I mean? It's cool, like, reminiscing, like, pulling up these papers and
That's
shit, man.
crazy. You should frame that.
I should, bro, yeah. Yeah, I definitely should take a picture of it so you can show Roy Boy next week. Or
I know.
Yeah.
I don't think I said that, but fuck it. I'll be like, Roy, we were fucking competing.
Yeah.
Man, thank you for coming on.
Likewise.
This was fucking nice. And this is not a self-help podcast. But in order for the listener, maybe they're like, fuck, Steven, I don't agree with him on anything.
That's fine, man.
No. But you're a human being. You're a wise guy. I've always liked you since fucking... Always been a cool kid to me, You always been... You were way younger. But you were like Tig's age, and that's my little bro, We were fucking cool.
Fuck him.
Since I met you, you've been stand-up dude. You were honestly a dude. You were like fucking 30-year-old looking fucking 10-year-old. But anyways, just some words of wisdom. Anything. It could be about anything. Just something for the listener to say, fuck him, but I want to hear what he says.
Words of wisdom for me, bro, would just be in everything that you do, just contribute. You know what I mean? Can't have an open hand, bro, and not be willing to work to put something in it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, don't be a fucking dick. That's all I'm going to say, bro.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Steven, this was awesome. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. It was fun.
Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed. It was very, very, good conversation. Good guy. I like Steven a lot. Good dude. You can follow the podcast on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube by looking up the Cool Kids Table Podcast, and on Twitter by looking up the Cool Kids Pod. The official website is thecoolkidstablepodcast.com. See you next time.